forgot to loop it. There we go. We are live.
Very well.
Professional as always. Right, let me
Shit.
onto the tube. There's a private chat message that was saying Kilo's laptop. Let me pull it up to make sure everything is nice.
Toronto.
Where are you?
I'm just gonna do some shareage.
Yeah, you do that. Share boy. I'm actually gonna get logged in as my vape guy one. There he is. Pow. How the fuck I do this?
519501.
Oh boy, he's all in the place. Andy C. Well, actually, I'll let Jake do the greeting people.
So you do it. I'm still sharing. Sorry, man.
All right, okay. It was Andy C. Bearded Viking Conference is here and there at the same time. It's great. And I'm here and there at the same time. That's also great. Voila.
Yeah, let's rock.
Let me copy this.
Me? I'm here.
Franny. I'm going to get Franny in here. Just so you know, Jake, so you can bring it up if I forget to. Franny had a dream about me.
Where's my fucking bag?
Okay.
She won't tell me what it was. So I need to know.
This is the one going over there. That is for. Yeah, there we go. That one's done.
Well, let's rock.
I'm excited to get this. What, do you want me to pull down there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Boom. And there's the faces.
Oh
It is a
yes,
real
the beautiful,
fire.
beautiful people. Yeah, I said that.
I don't know. You're not there. I don't know.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I don't
That's
believe
true.
anything unless I can
So
verify
yeah,
it myself.
welcome everyone. We've got the usual, me, Ryan, and two lovely guests. Introduce yourselves. The Beard. Who are you? What do you do?
Well, hello everyone.
There's two beards here.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'll do
Really?
it. I'm Chris from ODB Raps.
I'm Brent from Bearded Viking Customs.
I'm
Beautiful
me.
stuff.
I'm that guy.
We
I just do things. Just all over the place. Doing stuff.
So first question: is that a actual piece of oven behind you, to your right, Hilda? Brent,
Is it a what?
piece of oven, or is that like a
Oh, yeah.
boiler? Yeah.
That's a
It is
real
a piece of-
fire.
Yeah, Ryan,
Yeah,
believe me.
Yeah,
believe
that's
me,
what I was
believe
like,
me.
is that like a TV screen or is that a real fire? It's a real fire. All right. I really need a better sort of setup. Alright, Pogs' setup on the Saturday show just looks insane. My man's got a fire behind him. He's got like a whole business operation like behind him. Yeah, and I've got a padded room.
Yeah, but I've got a toilet behind me, so you know you're doing better. You know what I mean?
All right. Where are your glasses, Jake?
Oh yeah, sorry, SpecsAppeal. Got to have the glasses,
I was
haven't
gonna
we?
say yeah, like even if they are fake, you've got to you got to show it, innit? So hello everybody that's trickling in now. We're gonna see like a very slow influx. It tends to be how things go because we don't organize very well.
As I say, we were ready at like just gone 6, but then everything was taking timage. So yeah, right, Ryan, do you want to kick off with one of your first questions?
Are we going straight into questions?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
I want to get straight into this
You want to
because
get straight
I want.
into the juiciness?
Yeah,
Right.
I also want to
Um,
know if Brent's going to be making any more of these bad boys.
Oh yeah. They should be on the website.
I will be having a gander.
Yeah, he showed me those, and I'm like, they will be very good as scalp massages for me. Because after I give my hair like the deep clean that I do like once a week, I get dry scalp a bit or itchy, and I usually just, I'm supposed to use something like that. So yeah, thank you for reminding me. I'll be in contact about one of those bad boys.
Might even work.
Yeah. So yeah, okay, right. So I've got for Chris, What's ODB about? Not OBS people, because I made a post earlier saying, "Oh, I've got the guys behind OBS on the thing today." It's ODB.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we get a lot of
messing
that. What was it? OBS, OBD, OCD.
Yeah.
All that crap.
Yeah. I just remember now it's Old Dirty Bastard, and then it just sticks in my head like it's ODB.
Yeah, a completely different name. So the name came around years ago actually, and I didn't know anything about ODB the rapper.
Okay.
Grew up in an Americanized family, so all I knew was country music.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty much the name came around because I'm a massive pervert, and as you can see by the products at the moment, and we just do battery wraps and lifestyle products. We've been quite lucky. We've just hit 10 million products sold, which was nice.
Wow.
Big up
Nice.
ODB.
Yeah,
Killing
yeah.
it out here. Boy,
Yeah.
round of a flipping
Thank
applause,
you.
man.
Well, the
That's
first
big.
2 years, with everybody telling me it's the stupidest idea anybody has ever come up with.
Hey, that's how the great ones start, though, isn't it?
Right,
I
look
Let's
at
say you're
everybody now.
worldwide now, though.
Yeah, so we're in
Where-
52 countries now.
Where are you based?
And Brighton.
Brighton. Okay. Fair,
Yeah,
fair.
a
Home
lot
of
of
the
people
mini
seem to
rig.
think. A lot of people seem to think we're like American or Asian. Nah, I'm just some fat guy down in Brighton. That's it.
I not gonna lie, until more recently did assume it was American.
Yeah,
I
everyone
don't know
does.
why. I don't know why. It's just, it's like a big popular thing. It's probably American. Like, you know.
Yeah, we get used to that. We're just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, man.
See what happens.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, that's all we are, man.
All right. So, what does it actually stand for? Dirty Bastard.
It's original dirty bastard.
Original Dirty Bastard.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Original. All right.
Yeah,
nice.
had that name for about 8 years, I think. But it's crazy because now we've got the worldwide trademark and patent for it. Yeah,
What? The letters ODB put together,
yeah.
or Original Dirty Bastard?
ODB.
Wow. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
What would
Yeah.
happen if I got a T-shirt made with just ODB on it?
You
and
get
brought
sued
out-
then, innit, bro?
It depends on the context you're using it in. If you
right.
have something to do with the rapper and stuff like that, it's fine. But if it was just by it, then you'd have trouble with me.
I was gonna say there's a whole bunch of Wu-Tang merch that you're just waiting
Yeah,
to get minted
yeah,
off now, isn't there?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but
The
that's
trademark,
really
like,
bastard.
it took a while. Like, I think I only just managed to get. China was only just sorted 2 months ago, and I've had that there for a long time.
I remember that. What did you say? Sorry, Brent.
The rapper is Old Dirty
Old
Bastard,
Dirty Bastard. Yeah.
not
Yeah.
original Dirty Bastard. So
Yeah.
little different, but
Yeah. Just the letters.
Also,
innit? That's
Nevin's
just-
giving a shit in the chat. Like, who the fuck's poaching my Brent? It's okay. You haven't gone. He's a bastard. You haven't gone for a
understand.
full HD streaming. They can
mean,
have you in 440.
Jake is as
yeah, I'm using
mentioned.
the kid's laptop tonight because obviously 6:30 they're having dinner and going crazy in the lounge, so I couldn't kick them upstairs like I normally do. So I
Yeah.
thought I'd come downstairs and just enjoy the little 14-degree evening with a little fire and
We've got a
some
far
friends.
cozier setting for you. You know what I mean?
Nice,
you
nice.
normally
I like
have.
it, I like
So
it.
I like it. And appreciate you taking time out. Obviously, it sounds like it's usually family time. So appreciate you being here right now instead of doing family
oh,
time.
any
So
excuse to get
appreciate
away, bro.
Are you getting the same?
Am I janky?
Or is it
I'm
just
not.
me?
I'm okay.
Yeah, it might be you then, Chris.
Right, yeah.
Are you on that?
Was
is
it
that
when
Brighton
Brent
Wi-Fi
or
any good?
Ryan was talking?
No, I can hear you two, but Brent, I can't.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I should
Yeah.
switch to my mobile. If
I
it
think
is
we're both
too
stuck
bad.
in the basement trying to do stuff.
It's a really old laptop though, so that's why it might.
I've
be.
not heard any
Picture
issue.
quality is still better than mine. my grainy,
Yeah.
like
Nevin,
299.
Nevin says I'm using my support laptop.
The support setup. Jeez.
I like it. I like it.
I'm going to ask the same question, but I think it's a little bit more obvious, really. Where did the bearded Viking name come from, Brent?
Yeah. So the story, I've had a big beard for a while, and I started making drip tips and stuff, and like going to local vape shops to sell my merch in a big plastic box and I would sit in vape shops on a Saturday morning for fucking hours, just waiting for one person to like, what are you selling? You know? So
Yeah.
I was poaching in the vape shops, but they allowed me, you know.
Yeah.
One of the sales guys was talking to somebody, and he wanted an acrylic tank window or a drip tip or something, and the shop was kind of full, and he said, "Go speak to Brent." So the guy's like, looks around, he's like, "I don't know who Brent is," and he's like, but the sales guy was busy. He goes, "There, the guy with the beard, the beard." So the guy walked up to me and went, "Sorry, the beard, can you help me?"
the beard.
Can you help?
Yeah, it was as easy as that, you know.
I like that.
And then I've got Viking descent, so
Nice.
the bearded Viking was born. I was playing with the name like Viking Vapes, Vape Ape, like things like that. Anything that rhymed, you know.
Well,
Because I'm also a gangster rapper kind of guy, you know.
You come across that way, definitely.
And yeah,
it's a good job I never went for the bearded vapor.
Which is a really dumb thing, because I'm dyslexic, and when I say to people like, what they ask what your email address is, I'm like, oh, beardedvikingcustoms@gmail.com, and they're like, wait, hold on, spell that for me, and I'm like, so now I've got sales@pvc.com.
Get a QR code thing for them just to scan.
Oh yeah,
There you
I saw that, the Google one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, that's the names, Club. Have you got any questions prepared? Because I have more, Jake, obviously.
As I say, I've got a quick one for Brent. Do you know anyone called Brett?
Oi.
I know people named Brett.
Well, I'm not going to call anyone out, but you know, I don't know why Chris is laughing.
He's left. Yeah, you've definitely called him out, mate. He's gone.
Oh, is it like that?
Let's get him back in.
Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah, no. I was just wondering.
A review for me on something, I don't know what it was, and he goes, "Yeah, my mate Brent, all the way from South America." And then but when he edited it, he was like, "Shit, man, like South Africa, like."
I drink a lot of alcohol. It's not my fault.
It seems to be a common trend amongst vapors, I've noticed.
No, I mean, obviously the name Brent isn't very popular.
Which makes it a good
I do
name.
get called Brett a lot, but the weird one is I get called Brad a lot. Which
Brad.
You look like a Brad.
Yeah, don't call me Brad. That's like, and then in South Africa, to the locals, if I say that they ask for my name, I'm like, my name is Brent, and they go, Prince.
Oh, well, the accent, yeah.
Right,
Like
okay.
hundreds of times. So like a lot of this, like stores that I go to, or whatever, they're like, "Hey, Prince." I'm like, "Okay, fuck it."
I'll take it.
Just go for it.
But I don't know how Brent gets translated to Prince.
No, when I give my name to people on occasion, I'm like, Wayne. No, I said Ryan. My name's
Yeah.
Ryan. I don't know where.
I think that's just the accent thing. But the only reason I asked the Brett thing is I was speaking to someone recently, without naming names, that forever thought you were called Brett. Oh yeah, not naming names.
He doesn't.
I'm pretty ignorant. when it
I've been
comes to
full
names
of a lot
anyway.
of alcohol recently, and a lot of shit. Give me a break.
He sent me a message and said, "Oh, you've got Brent on with me," and I was like, "Yeah," and then he corrected himself and went, "Oh, sorry, I meant Brett," and I was like, "No, you were right the first time."
I know.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not-
Chris has hold my dick while I was having a piss and drinking a beer and vaping at the same time. So I'm like, we've met.
We've been close.
We've been close.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how you seem to know each other, and I didn't know why. I was like, it's good that two creatives in the scene.
We're old friends.
Yeah.
Oh God, Nevin's saying mulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, say it for us. Go on.
I prefer
Milk.
it. I prefer milk. I'm gonna start saying it like that. It just sounds
Milk.
cool.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of anime. When I hear
I
cool
didn't
stuff,
even know
said
it
in
was a
Japanese-
thing.
No, it's just the accent, mate. But I like accents,
yeah, but
so it's good.
I've never heard it with a U because, like, you say silk normally. Like, well, no offense, I suppose milk is normal for you, but like, yeah, it's milk.
Yeah, it's like I get pulled up on
So, but the shape of your mouth is different. We've got a lazy speech, I think.
Still,
not as lazy as mine.
milk.
I think it's quite
malt.
romantic, mate.
What
I'm
milk?
gonna incorporate it.
Every
Milk.
time I hear
I'm
his
just gonna
voice, I'm just like, oh, bend me over, mate.
Oh, I thought you meant milk is romantic.
Yeah.
I'd
You
accept
do
anything at
have
the
a very
moment.
pleasurable voice. Very, very pleasant voice, Brent. You do. I
Are you
must admit.
are you in the shop now?
Yeah.
Ah,
So that's just an where's that based? It's with Brighton, obviously, because
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
it's like no, I
Yeah.
just travelled the other side of the country real quick just to go.
Yeah,
check
yeah,
it out.
We're based in Brighton, but I'm in my store in Manchester.
Yeah,
It's a hell of a train ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Did you
got
ever-
we got downstairs is the warehouse for an office for ODB. Obviously, our stuff's really small, but weirdly, we've got like 2.5 million products down there. So we're all ready to go, get everything out. Like we got so much shit, unreal. Those vape mats and those books, they
Did
take
you
up half the
produce it
space.
all? Did you
Oh
manufacture
yeah,
it all
Chris,
yourself?
it's
Are you...
2004 now.
Sorry.
My Mac still says 2003.
Sorry about
By the
that.
way,
I'll send you one.
no. I'm coming out in May.
Yeah,
You
I
better
might
be
be
there.
here. I think I'm going to
No,
Canada.
you better be there. I'll come fetch
I'll
you.
be here. What were you guys saying?
I was going to ask, like the manufacturing side of things. Do you handle all of that yourself as well, or you just
So-
design, have it manufactured?
I design, have it manufactured, but everything's made in Europe. I will not remotely even touch anything going in from China at all.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I have major beef over there, but the products are getting better. I'm working with a few people in China because I'm releasing my own mod this year. Yeah, so it's going to be Borrow.510. I've got my own battery coming out this year, an actual battery. It's going to be nearly 4,000 milliamp hour and 25 amps.
How?
New
What,
technology, mate.
18650 or 21?
18650. Yeah, new technology. It's gonna absolutely shit on everything, and it
Thanks,
kicks.
Uncle Elon.
yeah.
Yeah.
All those old Teslas. We know what they've been done with now.
Yeah. So got a new battery coming out. Got a new mod coming out. Got some stuff with. Oh man, I've got so much shit going on this year.
It's good to hear though, bro.
The mod I'm really excited about. So we're going to do 3 versions. One's going to just be the base model. The second one is going to come with its own RBA, with tanks, with everything and accessories and a build kit. And the third version, we're looking at having it laid in 24 karat gold.
Well, not the 24 karat gold one, because I don't think my budget will stretch to that. But be very interested in getting hold of you. I'm gassed to hear that like a UK guy is going to be producing or putting out a mod.
And the base model is going to be around £60.
Oh,
Are
wow.
you doing the battery in like collab with like a brand that we would know?
Sorry, am I what?
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I was asking Chris
but
about
not
the
for
battery.
what you not for what you think.
You're not
Okay.
going to say
You
any
won't
more
get-
than that,
you
are
won't
you? I'm
get-
like, what is it?
No, you won't get it at all. But
Will
yeah,
your
so look,
battery have? Sorry, go on.
yeah, I was ripped off by a company in China already, and they flooded the market with like about 1 million batteries, claiming like they're working with me and everything, called K-Dest. I didn't even have a clue who the hell they were. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I've got battery chargers all over Indonesia, Malaysia, and Asia, and I'm like, I have no clue who these people are.
Funny you say
Yeah.
that. Like,
So I've got some legal stuff going on in China at the moment.
old Bob from Dripax has had a very not so pleasant sort of time trying to work with people in China when it comes to actually making products.
Yeah.
I hear it quite a bit, and it's a shame that like they're so set up to like geared for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, without the trademark, it takes years to get it. It took me about 6-7 years to get the one in China, and without it, I would never risk putting my name over there ever.
No.
But I've also built up friendships with certain people. Like for years, I've gone, no, I'm not working with you because I don't know your mate, I don't know who you're working with, don't know these people. And I've always just been like, no, not happening. And now that I've got the trademark, I was like, no one's going to fuck with me now.
Come at me, bro. Yeah.
On the other side of that, Brent, have you ever had sort of like, I don't know if Ryan wrote this down as a question, but have you ever had a sort of copyright issue because you're making things for, you know what I mean?
Well,
here's my list.
Yeah, no. So me personally, no, nobody's ever tried to copy me. Remember, all of our stuff is legit handmade. So
yeah,
it's to copy my shit is, look, they're gonna have to spend hundreds of thousands to set up the workshop, and then about 4 years of R&D to get where I am at.
Yeah.
They could bring out a similar product, but it wouldn't hold up. I did get a trademark email from Warner Brothers for using the parental advisory explicit on some of our products.
Wait, how
Really?
do they own that?
Yeah.
Warner Bros. Own that, so all the CDs and all the music and all that.
That little black and white logo thing. So you'll see on my websites or whatever, mine is like as if you're supposed to wear 3D glasses. It's like blurred, blue and white, like a TikTok thing. Yeah. I don't use the original one anymore because they picked it up and they actually sent 2 cease and desist.
You farted, thank you, man.
So I wonder how like NWA got
they were
these.
pretty cool about it. They weren't like trying to get money back from it. Like any product you've sold, they were just like,
just stop it now.
you should stop using it or we will go further. So I was like, okay, no problem, we'll stop.
Who was
I
it
had one of them from Disney years ago.
Yeah, Disney. Don't want to mess with Disney.
Or was it Warner Brothers?
Disney would not surprise me. Disney go off. Disney and Nintendo. You don't mess with those guys, mate. They aren't having anything.
But it fall under parody law, so couldn't do anything. So I was just like, "Fuck you," so carrying on.
Who was it?
Didn't you have a parody issue with I can't remember his name, but he did El Cheapo.
El Chapo.
No, so
Oh, here we go.
that was all planned by El Cheapo. He bought the raps from me, designed everything. It was all a ploy, and
Genius.
That's clever. Yeah.
and it escalated dramatically. And like he expected it to be one of those things where everybody knew his name. He was going to come check him out. But what happened was it ended up with, I don't know, maybe about 50 loyal ODB fans surrounding his stand, ruining his stand, starting fights.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it kicked off drastically. And he was loving it. He thought it was hilarious. But ultimately, his brand just disappeared overnight. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Was that the fella that was once at Expo with just like a pasting table and a sheet over it, as in like cheapo? It's cheap, like it's not.
no.
That was him, and he had white t-shirts. Yeah, he had white t-shirts with
Like a wrestling
really
mask on
bad
front.
logos. Yeah, he had the wrestling mask as well.
Yeah,
and he had
I thought
the
that was
really bad
genius.
logos
That was so
that
good.
peeled off, and he was also giving away 5XL granny panties with his logo on.
Yeah, probably doing that. Yeah. His name was Dexter. He was such a lovely guy.
That's it, Dexter Mower.
Yeah. You meet some amazing people in this industry, and like it's weird now. A lot of the old troop aren't around. Everyone's just sort of got out. Yeah, left.
I don't know what he went
is
into.
A lot of people, once it got a little bit more difficult to make money, you actually put in a bit more effort to see a return. The people that actually have the passion remained and stuck around. And we all still talk about it all the time, like, oh, it's on the upswing, it's on the upswing. It's like, and then you go over people like, nah, it's dead, it's dying, it's dead, it's dying.
Yeah.
And those people just disappear. But when it does, like, it's like clearly on its way back in now. Luckily, the people, the end users know who has been around, who has got the integrity, who's reputable, you know, who's here for the right reasons, rather than the quick buck that lots of people was trying to make when vaping was like at its peak.
Yeah. Like if I wanted to make money, I'd move all my shit to China, and I'd be swimming in it. But it's not about it's part of my life now. I can't change that. But you find a lot. I see Brent a lot when we go on shows, and then you've got like Sam, like Bogan, and you see the same group of people at every single vape show, and it's so nice because like a lot of us have, I guess, personas for our brands. And when we meet up together, we're all just dads, and we're all like talking about our
Boring.
kids and hanging out. Oh no, we get absolutely smashed, but
We go for Chinese.
yeah.
No, the food, man. Ryan, fuck's sakes.
Well,
Yeah, I love it.
Chinese
But, like, it's so nice.
It's just like our friend was like, the food, Ryan.
Yeah.
the food.
Yeah.
The food.
Germany's all about the food, mate.
We go to this Chinese restaurant and we like, I think Dovpo normally rents out the restaurant, like the whole top level, and then we all just get invited. And if you go, at my table was Vaping Bogan, Grim Green, Twisted Messes.
Twisted Messes. Jeez.
Oh no.
That's a blast from the past.
Kent. So Kent is fluent in Cantonese. Like, he was adopted by Asian people when he was a fucking baby. I was just sitting there like, what the hell? I speak 5 languages, but I'm like, what the fuck?
Nah,
dude?
that's not one to mess with. That Cantonese.
Fluent,
I love watching
fluent.
those.
He's amazing, yeah.
Those videos.
But
of,
you
like,
say you
American
speak
or
5
British
languages. You say you speak 5 languages, but you say mulk. So do you pronounce everything wrong in the other 5 languages?
Yeah, 100%.
But you don't
I
even
love it.
pronounce everything in English correctly. What are you talking about?
As you're saying, I struggle with the one language. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take the piss about Mulk. He used to be a professional male model. This sexy man.
Gee, he's got the voice. He's got the
Yeah.
hairline.
He's got the
and
dick
he's
as well. Jesus Christ. I hate him, really.
Oh, geez, it seems like he's my biggest competition in this scene. Yeah.
With such
What I say,
conviction
keep
and
your
a big
enemies
smile
close.
on his face. I'm the dick.
Yeah.
He's straight in there. Let me fly through the comments. So Franny's in the place. Everybody carry on. It doesn't matter that Franny's here anymore. It's fine.
I've pinned them as they've joined and said hello.
Oh right. Okay. Oh yeah. I'll leave them to you then, because I don't really pay attention.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, sounds.
I did skip this one because he did say, "Will it be better than the Pure Max?" But
That the mod.
yeah,
It would be hard. It wouldn't be hard to be better than Pro Max, right? I've still got mine here, and I still love it.
I'm still on mine.
I still love it for the flavor, but it annoys me that it's either I'm the only person having the problems with mine that like I'm having, or people just aren't highlighting them.
Scott Wood had problems with his. Like 2
Was
of
it
them.
the same? Okay.
So
Because the only thing I've had
Lucky,
is
because this is the first one that I got. Fucking like August or July or something.
Jeez, you've had it for that long.
And
Since
it's I mean, obviously the tank's leaked and there's liquids come out the fucking charge port, but nothing's gone wrong with it. It still works.
Yeah, I've been fortunate. I mean, Aramaxi James would harping on about these for the longest time, and then he introduced me to Larson at Expo and got
That's the new pod.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that what you're on?
Look how wet it is.
Oh, so you're on the old one still? Okay.
Yeah. I've still got a bunch of the old pods here because, as was mentioned on the Saturday show, I said to James I ran out of pods, and he literally came with a carrier bag full of them for me. So when I watched that back, I'm like, that's true. He's got sackloads of them. But
I've got like the smallest. It's not a leak. That's just sort of a little cut at the angle.
Yeah,
it's just a little bit of condensation.
That's completely acceptable.
issues.
There is nothing wrong
definitely.
with that on the bottom of the pod, but I've had auto firing. I can't seem to get mine into the highest power mode anymore. The light there just doesn't. It just
But what
cycles
coil?
through.
What coil have you got in?
Power mode.
What coil have you got in? Because you can't use the top
At
power
the
mode
minute,
if you.
yeah, 0.8 and the 1.2, yeah, but on the 0.6 it wasn't working. I think I've got 0.6 in there now because I put Luzu in it at the 0.6. Yeah, and it was playing up. But I've been I didn't want to say anything on the Facebook page earlier on because I am getting hounded by our customers. Like, when are they here? When are they here? When are they here? I'm like, I will tell you. You know, I post like 70 times a day on the group. As soon as it's, a leaf came into the shop, best do a post about it. You know what I mean? And they're like, when are they here? Do you not think I'm going to tell you? I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all about getting harassed, right? But they did turn up at the shop earlier on, but I'm not working today. So I didn't want to post up because I didn't want to get bombarded by people saying, save me one. So I'm going to do that when I'm in work tomorrow and sort all that jazz out. But I'm going to get one of the retail versions because this was a sample one I got from Expo. The pods are improved, obviously, have to admit that. But the hardware problems I'm having, I'm just expressing this as a sample version, but if I had similar problems with the release one...
Guys, I just need to go for 5 minutes. We'll be back in 5 minutes, all right?
Take your time, bro. Take your time.
See you in a minute, man.
Yeah, man. But
Who said
This-
but?
Huh?
Take your time, but.
bro,
Oh, I thought
Bro.
you said take your time, but. That's like very South African. We call each other
that?
but.
I was gonna say, and I said mate, so maybe bro
Yeah,
and
it's
mate.
like
Sort of,
brew.
bro.
Brew, but the Afrikaans version is but.
Evans has said,
auto firing.
"How
I
is?"
was Vic-
Yeah, go on.
And I just got free 5-minute advertisement via proxy. I don't get what that means.
I was gonna. I didn't quite get the reference there.
Yeah, how is Vic the social media guy for the Pure Max, and I just got a free 5-minute advertisement via proxy? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I wish I was the
and
social
then-
media manager for SX Mini.
I apologise.
got
I don't know who Albino is, but I did say hello when you joined. Got fed up with waiting and bought one somewhere else, and now you've got them in, for fuck's sake. So I'm guessing
Oh,
it's
you're
one of
gonna be
your customers.
wounded tomorrow as well, then, Neil. When I actually
What's Neil?
have a very, very limited number that I'm gonna do at a very, very good price. Out of the total ones that I've got, you're gonna be butthurt. And you know this. Every time there's a big release, every time there's like something exciting coming out, like other than Fluid, because don't want to get in trouble. I'm like, right, like I've got like 5 here. This live. These are going at this price, and that is it. And you probably paid £32 to £35 for yours. Well, serves you right, bro. Serves you right for.
Is that
being patient.
saying that you're doing a bonus special price or some sort of deal?
Yeah, like I did with the
Bundle?
pros, the Slim Pros, isn't it? Remember when the Slim Pros came
Yeah,
out? And I was
mate,
like,
I lost mine. I love that 'cause it was a nice greeny gold colour. Bastard.
I'll be honest with you, the Slim Pros, I've not had a new one because I lose mine like once every couple of months. But I just, when customers come in like, oh, it's not working because of this, because of that, I'm like, look, you need to do this. You're using the wrong charger, XYZ. They just don't want it. And I don't like to argue with customers too much because the customer's always right? So I'm like, fine, I'll take it off you and then just give them a refund or swap it out and then just keep it. And I've not had to buy a Slim Pro like in like 13 of them now. Like even this was a faulty return.
I was going to say, which one am I? But I figured it out because obviously he's the carnivore, he's the vegan, and I'm the globe shiller.
Oh, all right, okay. Yeah, maybe you're just human shit, mate. Might be wasted on everybody. I'm just saying that could be what's going off. But I will let you know now. What are you vaping on? Actually, let's go round that. You go first, Jake, because that'll make up. For what you said to me.
I am. As you've seen on the Pure Max, I am also because I don't know. I just prefer the Subomi of the X2 Vupu, and I am on some very interesting juice called Cobalt. Now, I don't know if you've seen this around in any. Yeah, I'm on the blue.
Never heard of it yet.
No, oh mate, it's very. I'll be honest now, it's quite rightly hyped.
I can get you that, mate. £10 a bottle if you want.
I'll beat it. £5.
£10 a bottle, mate. Brent, what are you rocking today, bro?
I got the SX Mini SL V2 with the Precisio GT on top. Fucking lovely device. I mean, this setup to me is perfect. Bang on. Aramaxi tobacco in there because, well, there's a fire, so you have to have tobacco. Sorry, I have a bit of flu today. I'm on the SX Mini G-Class V2. On top there is the Mason RTA. Very, very nice device as well. And the Pure Maxi.
Are you staying there for a bit?
Yeah.
Sure.
Actually, they all have Aramaxi in because that's the last person that sent me stuff. And, well, I
Pick up Aramaxi every time.
So
Yeah, man, Aramaxi is good.
waiting for my fluid
stuff.
package to arrive.
Nice. Chris, if are you still busy? I don't want to interrupt you.
No. I'm here. Yeah, we just shut down the shop.
All right.
But yeah, I'm here.
What devices you on, bro? What are you vaping on?
I got the SS Labs Borrow mod with the new doors and everything. With my Monarchy MS, and then obviously ODB Juice.
ODB
Yeah,
juice.
baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest. I don't know
it's-
if I've been under a rock for a while, but I haven't seen your juice anywhere.
We've sold fucking tons, mate.
When did it come out?
Came out in end of November.
Okay.
Relatively new then, isn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, really new.
Okay, fair.
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah, we're now sold in So all over the UK. We're just nearly finished sorted Norway and France. We're already in Malaysia. We're sorting out South Africa. We're in Russia. And then, just still sorting out all the deals all over the place as well. There's a lot going on. But, we're doing it all the way from 5 milligram to 80. And all different sizes. Yeah, it's been intense, man. Very intense.
Are you allowed to make 80 milligram over here?
Not for here.
Depends.
You can make it, but
you
it
have
has to go. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, as long as it's going out, like, it doesn't really matter. But
Man, it's good to hear that, like, people that I recognize, that even if I don't know you personally, but I've known of ODB, didn't know Brent personally until it jumps on a Saturday show. That's the first time I had any sort of personal contact with him at all. But I'd heard of the beard with Viking, obviously. But it's good to hear, like, especially with the news about Fluid and how they're, like, about to start smashing it all over the world. That, like, I mean, I'm a little bit ignorant with the scene, as I keep saying, but like the British companies and UK companies are just now, like, it seems to be, like, emerging en masse on the globe.
I think you'd be surprised. I think there's maybe about 3 or 4 companies in the UK that co-pack all the American stuff, all the European stuff. They manufacture for everybody. People don't realise that the British have literally been doing everything for the last 4 or 5 years for everyone.
It's getting recognised as British, though. It's what I mean. Like, people are. It's in America. If they're making it for America, it's an American company's juice. It's what people are going to assume, innit? But with Fluid, with yourself, that's clearly a British thing. So it's doing good, man. And which hopefully should change the market, because especially in the concentrate game, I am fed up of having to order stuff from overseas and pay stupid ass money that is sat on the shelf for God knows how long before we see any of it back. It makes it such a hard thing to work in. So man, it's
Ryan. Sorry, go on.
We're working with Prohibition, doing our liquids, and I think it's also about the type of nicotine that we use. So we don't use benzoate, so it hits your system like majorly. Gets in your system a lot faster than normal nicotine salt does. So I think we've got 8 flavors, and they've just flown like everywhere. But yeah, so
Did you say you don't? Did you say you don't use it? Just repeat, because like my brain died in that sentence.
Yeah, we don't use benzoate, no.
So but surely that gets it in your system quicker.
We use a thing called. Oh man, I've got to say it.
Dyslexia. Don't worry, everybody has got dyslexia. So I'm just throwing you under the bus.
Oh,
Salicylate. Salicylate. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Nixol S is what I call it. I just call it Sol S because I can't say that. Yeah, salicylate.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. That's what I'll say. Cool.
Neil just said the same thing Ryan had said to you, Beard. If you saw that.
I thought it was a fake fire. It just looks too picturesque. I thought it was a screen.
It
just had like a video of a fire running in the background, didn't it?
It's the barbecue.
Jeez, man.
It just looks too real. Real fires don't look real.
Good barbecue.
Yeah, jeez.
It sure is.
That looks nice.
It looks like it's glitching.
I am glitching. I am a glitch. Talking of products coming in the market and seeing ODB's juice line and Fluid guys kicking it off as well. It's starting. And Chris and I had a chat a couple of weeks ago, about 2 hours long, of the people that are in the industry now, launching new products, juices, blah, blah, blah. Where are the OGs from before 2019?
Old school, mate.
Although we've struggled with the COVID and whatever else has gone wrong the last 2 years, 3 years, it's bouncing back in a big way.
Yes. Mech
mods are coming back. I see Purge is also starting. They're going to start making mech mods again. So it's all those guys that were able to manage the storm, that were somewhat dormant. The people that got into this industry just to fucking make money and just to make money.
Yeah, they're ready now.
They couldn't survive a 2 year stretch of not making money. So
Yeah.
it's the OGs that are left now. It's the real fucking tight people. The group, like Chris talks about, that clique. You know, the little gang we have. Like,
Yeah, little
travel around the
Yeah.
world and meet each other, and we always stay in the same hotels and shit. And it's such an awesome industry to be in. And
It's like a
I'm
little
very
family.
excited for 2024. It's gonna kick off.
I agree with that, but sadly, a lot
concerned.
of. Oh, sorry, go on, Ron.
So I'm a little bit concerned that. So I mean, I've been around since around that time, but obviously in my little e-cig shop bubble. And when I entered the vape scene, it's just lots of hate, lots of people bitching and doing competition the wrong way, rather than competing together, competing against each other. You know.
Well, I think COVID helped relieve a lot of that bullshit.
Yes, that's what I was going to move on
and
to.
remember, this is a media-based. How do you say vehicle?
Scene. Yeah.
Yeah, it's media-based. A lot of the beef that you see, it's not real. It's orchestrated.
Is it
it's
WWE style? Yeah, yeah. It's all fake and stuff.
Yeah, like massively.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just coming out into it now, like into just stepping outside of just the e-cig shop alone and trying to work with whoever wants to work with me.
You still have your own little family though, click, Ryan. When you go like expo, you have your own little. You know, you get the odd few like customer people side.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's. I keep. It's corny, but like I said with you, you seem to know everybody. Like you're like, oh,
I know a few.
You should have us on a guest. I'm like, I don't know anybody, bro. Like, you know, they're like, oh, I've got Bogan coming. I can get Brent. I'll get Chris on. I'm like, how? Like,
I've got to thank Brent because I had to double check with him that I was messaging the right Bogan because I didn't want to be talking to someone that's like pretending to be, because we had it on VVS and someone was commenting as the vaping Bogan. And me and John were chatting to him. I was like, "Oh yeah, do you remember the email I sent you?" Yeah. No worries. And then I clicked on their profile. I was looking. I was like, "This don't look right.
Yeah.
What did I say in the email?" And then they stopped commenting. So it was like, "Okay, you're not."
I mean, over the years, I've tried sending a message to Vic, and got blanked.
You're still angry.
Yeah, I'm bloody bitter. Yes, I'm bitter. Man's a customer. He's literally buying stuff from the shop I'm running, and I'm just trying to follow up.
Talk to you.
Nothing. And then all of a sudden, you know, you get involved, and that is just replying to me now. I'm like, oh, I'm not bitter.
I will be honest. When I messaged Vic, it was at least 10 minutes before he replied to me. So you know, I was waiting.
10 minutes. Try 3 years, bro. Anyway, so I'm not bitter. Not at all.
Not at all.
I'm never bitter. Me. It's not my slogan at all. Yeah. And then
I've got another question for the pair of you.
Go for it.
Where did we meet, or how did we get in contact with each other? Because I can't remember.
Was you trying to get
I know
free
I've met
stuff?
you in person, but I can't remember how. Well, no, I know we bought off Chris and we've bought off Brent because we were stocking so that we could sell on our website, save people with the import, blah blah blah. And then we did the battery wrap thing with yourself. But how did we get?
I was shit-faced at a show. Well, yeah, standard, right? Absolutely wrecked. And I don't know if you're allowed to say this. I remember hugging you, and I remember seeing some girl with big tits. That's what I remember.
That was him. That was Jake.
That was
it. I was the girl with big tits.
Yeah, and I was just like,
Brent.
oh, I'm divorced.
Was it Strawberry Queen? Because that's how I remember Jake.
I can't remember.
I think that's how me and Ryan first met. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's how most people meet me. Is I'm steaming at a show.
I am.
So,
I think,
Brent, do you? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I think you guys you put in a fair order for the vape show.
Yeah.
And then I was like, who are these guys? And got chatting with John, and he was like, either I came on your show or you came on my show.
We had you, but we had you on our show, and then you had us on yours, and aren't you getting back into shows though? Didn't you say something like you're doing that?
Yeah, I mean, moving a whole family has been quite a transition. So ideally, I wanted to by now be in my own house.
Yeah.
And where I have my office set up in the workshop and stuff like that. It's going to take a couple more months. So what's the point? Let's just crack on with a few things. I'm very active in building up the South African scene. So I think we started a new online wholesale platform on our Bearded Viking website. So I've been in contact with hundreds of stores in South Africa and getting them to sign up for the wholesale accounts and stuff. So in the conversation, I'm like, well, I've got all these people's numbers now. I know them. I'm talking to them once or twice. You look, a lot of people don't like to be on the camera, but there's a lot of them that want to try like put themselves on. Chris hates being on the camera. Look at him.
I know.
You're beautiful.
Look at my hairline, though. Oh.
Did you get that turkey?
No. That's next year. Next year.
I am considering that, to be honest with you.
Anywhere near as bad as Ryan's. It's got to throw
Yeah,
Ryan
well,
in
no,
there.
I mean, when like, you know, majority of your
Yeah,
identity.
but Ryan, you've only lost it on one side. Tell her to put both legs down when you're eating it out.
Don't say that. Don't at least be symmetrical. What, bro? You giving me? Nah, this is bad on both sides.
Brent,
No,
you're
it's
right.
worse on the one side.
Yeah, this side,
Sorry,
like
man.
the far near the StreamYard logo side.
Look how far that goes back.
I'm leaning into it. Basically, I'm gonna stop doing that. Put your hat back on. You upset me, bro. You give me a
big hair,
complex.
That full a head of hair, he's barely got a forehead. That's how good his hairline is.
Yeah, I have to separate it here sometimes. Otherwise, my eyebrows join. You know.
Just now, imagine him with brown hair and brunette, younger.
There's mine.
How sexy was he?
No
I
receded.
can only imagine.
Prick.
No.
Yeah,
I'm leaning
no
into mine.
receding, but you're fucking bald on the top. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I'm gonna
That's
cosplay
where the
as
hat stays.
Vegeta.
You know, when we were
That's my
kids, they
goal.
were like, I've always been like a cap fan. I've always worn caps. And they're like,
Yeah.
you wear a cap too much, you're going to go bald.
Go
And I'm
bald.
fucking 44. And I'm like, yeah, I think you're
Fun
lying.
fact. That's part of the reason why I actually dreaded my hair. Being mixed race, I have afro and like straight hair at the same time. On the top, it's thinner and straight.
yeah.
On the sides, it just bushes out. And somebody managed to convince me to thinking that it's only like that on the top because I wear hats all the time. I used to wear flat beaks. So I was like, well, that's just not happening. So dreaded my hair because
I think everyone was told that as a kid about hats, and so was I.
Yeah.
I had dreads as well when I was a teenager.
And most people said I had dreads when I was a kid. I'm like, you could do it as an adult as well. Can you stop making me feel like I'm just?
I changed it from kid to
Grow up.
teenager because, I only had them.
Yeah.
So I had long hair, whatever, and the style wasn't long hair anymore. From Surfer Boy in like the early 90s, it was like cool to have long hair, and then one day it was just not cool to have long hair. So
I need to
dreaded
find
it
a
up,
picture of you.
and I must have had them for about 4 months. And one of my agents called, and they were like, "Oh, they want you for a shoot, but they don't like the hair." So I was like, all right.
I
let's do
suppose
it.
4 months in isn't too bad. If anybody asked me to cut off just now, like, you know how long I've been growing these motherfuckers?
Yeah, but I would have lost money if I didn't take them off. So
True. I
and,
suppose now.
yeah,
if
I did
anybody
the
approaches me-
traditional ones with beeswax and shit, man.
Yeah, no,
but it wasn't
mine,
coming out.
mine was back brushed. Yeah, I just back brushed it real tight and then waxed it in and banded it.
So
and left it for a
Ryan,
while.
are you the original kid from the freestyler video?
No.
I like it. I like that.
I can see it.
Do you know what? It's been such a
Everyone's
long
gonna see that
time.
now.
It's been such a long time.
Do you remember the song
freestyler?
Oh, you're not old enough.
Oh,
Freestyler.
It was a banger though. At least it was a banging tune. You know what I mean?
I love Chris just turned around and he says to everyone in the shop, "Hey, do you remember that song freestyle?" And then he looks
Come look
and
at this
Oh,
guy.
you're
He's
all-
here.
I know you're old enough to remember the song.
Hey, talk about like,
The microphone. Boom, boom.
yeah, we're all old. Like, Sum 41 is like dad rock now, isn't it? And Blink 182 is
So-
considered.
I've got to
when I
show
was-
this photo.
Oh yeah.
You
That-
were a
That's,
beautiful young man.
That is.
Yeah, I
a-
was growing
that
my
is an
hair out
attractive
then.
man.
That wasn't
This
too
is
long
so
ago.
good.
That was
Do you
like-
He's got it on.
He's playing it.
The bangers, mate. Yes. He's like, he's never heard it before. The kids these days don't know anything about music. I'm working on some music projects with a 22-year-old guy that's very good at making music. He mentioned Dizzy Rascal. And I was like, oh, do you remember like the bangers, like from Boy in the Corner? I was like, what? I know, big stinking bass. I'm like, that doesn't count.
Dirty rascal.
Such a
Yeah.
tune.
It's the back. I might have to play that later on. I might just have to have a little skank in my kitchen with that on now. Like,
Dude, I'm so
There you
good.
are.
Yeah, see,
When I was a
exactly.
kid.
yeah, yeah,
He's got your face expression as well, just like, I'm not bitter.
yeah.
You've grown up so well since that. Well done.
Yeah, I grew from a little girl into a man. If I do
Well,
shave, if I
nowadays
shave this off,
you can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're
2024.
not talking. No, we're not going to talk about that. That's no.
it's my choice, right? I can do what I want. But yeah, I might. I see Nevin's comment. Triple Turkey Tuesdays. It's I don't know. I might do it when your identity is sort of based around your hair, which wasn't my choice, I must say. Like, what am I gonna do when they go? I am kind of concerned. It's like that guy that had dreads just doesn't roll off the tongue as well, does it?
Well, no,
Sounds like
because you
I'm
can still
holding
keep the same letters and just have the with as without.
Dude, I shaved my whole beard off in November.
Mate, you looked horrendous. I'm going to say it. With the beard gone, mate. I was
When
scared.
Jake Vapes says somebody looks horrendous, you know that's a
No,
problem.
do you want to know the shit thing is? I did that charity event, raised good money, shaved my beard off. 2 days later, I went to the fucking government agency to have my photo for my
Photo.
residence card. Then
you didn't match.
3 months later, I get my residency card. I look like a fucking drowning turtle.
I want to see it because, like, Ryan, if you didn't see, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's just not you. It's just not you.
It does, yeah. It looks a little bit trans. It looks a bit 2024.
And a weird thing, like when you shave, like you got a little like fat polyps that go away over time. So I just, it looked so weird, and yeah.
I want to get
Yeah.
rid of my beard, but I think I'd look 10 times worse.
I think you should straighten it, bro. I want to see what you like.
No,
like
don't do that. Don't do that. You look like an Asian man that can't grow. a
Yeah,
beard.
that's what I was gonna say. I want you to stroke it like this. And like, that's a dream for me, but I just can't grow longer than like here. Once it gets this long, it just stops growing. And I want to plait it. I want to get like a
Then
long
add
like
dreads in your
goatee
beard.
and then plait it. Huh?
Dreads
Maybe
in your
but-
beard.
Yeah, people say that. Would you dread your beard and dread your pubes? I'm like, probably not. To be fair, like
What
no,
pubes?
but the ginger ones that I've got. So Chris, in terms of your designs,
Yeah.
do you have a favorite like design for?
Bukaki.
I love how Brent just shouted that without any context.
At the moment, I've got a newer one. Let me turn this around. Can I turn it? No, I don't know how to fucking do it. But it's that one.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, loving Lexi at the moment. A lot of my raps have secret messages in them. I don't think a lot of people realise that every time a new design comes out, it's something that has happened in my life, and
Oh, I thought you
I've
meant, like,
secretly
Illuminati type
hidden.
thing.
Yeah, kind of. But it's like I've got secretly got all my kids' birthdays, or both my kids' birthdays, hidden within every single one of my designs.
Fuck,
And
how
I've
many
got
things
things.
do you have? You've got millions.
I've only got two. Well, I don't know officially. Germany, I think,
Two that you pay
100%
for.
Germany. Two that I pay for. So everything has meaning to me. I am not a fan of the Triple X ones.
No,
I
Yeah.
I like me
it's-
some titties.
yeah,
Titties, I
well,
some
like
titties.
the first one was designed just sort of, I don't know, off a whim, really drunk, getting stuff done. Thought, fuck it, why not? Let's see what happens.
Yep.
And then I just didn't realize how many would sell. And as I brought new girls out, it blew up. And I've been trying to sort of bring stuff back and pull it back a little bit. And it just seems really odd. Like I've got some soldier ones coming out, like a zombie Boer War soldier.
Okay.
And then I've got One with Skeletor. He's ripped off He-Man's head. So I've got all that sort of stuff. It's got really dark. Like you can kind of notice through the designs, me in a loving relationship, me breaking up, and me being bitter. You can watch all the shit happening.
You can say the same things about my music, to be fair. When like, not many people hear it, but like,
so it's all really angry and horny at the moment. So
what you're saying is one day there will be Hello Kitty raps from ODB.
Oh no. But
I would buy them.
Sadly, Gamer Girl is going. I've been officially informed by people that can put me into prison that I am not allowed to use it.
Okay.
Yeah. Very horrible court battle with my ex-wife, but it is what it is.
I can't see any numbers on this because you said every rap has.
Is that what you've been looking into? That's why you disappeared for 5
that's
minutes
why
there.
I've been quiet. I've been looking around. I've been like looking at like I can't see nothing.
Well, that's the joy of design, though, isn't it? Like
they're all
the intricacy
massively hidden that you don't realise at all. Yeah.
So this one has a birthday on it.
Yeah. But it'll be things like you have to fold it in a certain way, and it will come up like every single one has it hidden in some way.
What was you doing before designing all these raps and stuff? Because that's not an easy sort of thing to design. I would have thought if it's down to how
before I did ODB raps, I was a website and graphic designer for the vape industry.
I'm just gonna be quiet for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I've never worked for anybody. I've always had my own businesses.
That's a brave thing, mate. Like.
Yeah. I always went out on my own, and now, like, have you seen the new jackets?
No, it gives a showcase.
Yeah, they're really, like, so these are the new jackets.
Nice.
Like, this is the back, and then when you go inside, it's.
Yeah, I love that, man. Love that.
Right,
I like the colours already, man. Hey, so what are they retailing at, bro?
Inside out.
They're 65.
Okay,
but
cool.
like that's the size of an iPhone Max. That's the size of an iPad Mini, and then in here you've got a secret pocket for your secret drugs.
That's the festival jacket, bro. My face. Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a secret pocket for drugs in there.
Oh, jeez.
But they're really nice. Like, all my stuff is custom made. It's none of this bullshit of buying gilding and printing on it.
Yeah,
like they're all custom seamed, custom everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to enter the t-shirt realm soon, and it is going to be unfortunately gilded and stuff. To begin with, I work closely with people that print and do all that sort of stuff. I'm like, okay, we'll see how things go with you, and then
it's official. You're lying.
I wish I could show you.
Yeah.
I want to show you
Brent,
one thing. Where would I have?
Brent, what was you doing before customs?
Yeah, so I've always owned my own companies. I was in construction most of the time, and then I did have a real job for about 5 years, working on Carnival Cruise Lines in America, and that's where I met my wife.
Ooh.
Yeah,
just my wife.
Cruises. That sounds like a
responsibilities of life, and went and lived on a cruise ship for 5 years. It was fucking fantastic.
Was that expensive living on a cruise ship?
No, I was working there.
So it's all covered.
But like, was the accommodation included? Or...
Yeah.
Nice.
No, not like a yacht, a cruise ship.
A cruise ship.
Yeah, like a big old
1,000 passengers, 2,000 crew. Yeah,
that's why I asked, did you have to pay for accommodation? Because I didn't know if that was sort of like...
Yeah, because we were a concessionary, so our company paid for our accommodation. So we went in in okay cabins.
Yeah.
They weren't like guest suites or anything, but
yeah,
and most of the time has been construction and all over the world, and yeah.
Do you miss a real a regular? You miss a regular paycheck?
In December, yeah, I did. No, I don't, because like now in Jan, something happened, and I don't know if it's all the extra phone calls or whatever, but I had 23 vape stores order in January.
Nice.
Big orders.
Yeah.
And yeah, it went insane. As well as I have a little construction company I've started here in Portugal that also shit the bed. So yeah, the paycheck, I never miss a paycheck. It's not a problem. It's a paycheck only allows you to fucking survive.
Yeah.
Yes, on some months I struggle, but on other months I quadruple my paycheck. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
You know how to
having the
manage
freedom
your
to be able
finances.
to, like Chris, like go to fucking Decathlon and go, oh, it's windy out, or I need a rain jacket, or fucking, and go, actually, I won't buy one from them. I'll just make my own. That is so fucking cool to do, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I love that flexibility that you have owning your own company. Yes, it's a lot more stressful than picking up a paycheck because you've got to pay people paychecks.
Yeah.
But look, it's like Chris said, it's not about the money because
No.
I'll be broke forever. It's just a fact of life. If my wife wasn't in control of the finances, I would always be broke. Like,
Yeah.
because I get a little idea in my mind and I throw everything at it, myself included, money, fucking blood, sweat, and tears to get a project off the ground. And sometimes I don't make money off those projects. I mean, I did that. I did a project. It cost me, let me do it in pounds. Cost me about £1,500. So
And what was
£1,500. Never made a cent.
what was the
Yeah.
if you don't mind saying, what was the project?
Do you remember the Abyss? So the way
Yeah.
the battery went onto the Abyss. So I designed and manufactured a plate that held the tank in place, but you had another cap on the top that you could undo, and the battery would come out.
Yep. I think I've got a
So we
couple of
still
Abysses
sell them
right
on the
over here. I remember
website,
them.
but we don't sell many of them because the Abyss didn't hit the
Flopped.
mark as it should have. So
No.
yeah, traditionally it had a plate, and you had to, and that held the tank on where the drip tip went through. And to change the battery, you had to take that plate off. So
And it was a
designed
bloody nightmare as well. Sometimes you
had a
just wouldn't want to
battery-
move.
cap on it. So the plate was in place, and you could change your battery all day with it. And the Abyss fucking tank didn't thread. So every time you pop that thing off, it went pop, and it opened up. And so yeah,
Sometimes you come up with the best ideas and they bomb.
it was a solid
time.
idea. It was fucking great.
I suppose that just depended on the success.
Yeah,
of the
I only
Abyss,
made
though,
like 200 of them.
Yeah.
Probably sold
Brent,
about 8.
I've got something
Gave
coming
away
to you.
10.
Right, so this is what's coming to you.
Oh my god, I better
Nice.
get one of those.
Oi, man, you are moving. I'm actually on your site now. I'm gonna buy one of these Antichrist burgundy jackets, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that needs to
But yeah,
be-
I've got a watch coming for you in March.
right.
Oh,
I
Sexy.
am.
Yeah.
I'm 6'2" and slender. Right. What size am I going for? Large or XL? I like it slightly oversized.
Um,
I got gangly arms
Oh.
as well, man.
I've done American sizes, so we go all the way up to 5XL.
Yeah, I see that. That's
Um,
big, juicy. So large then, probably.
Tall and gangly. XL? On the jackets? Yeah, they do come up long. He's gangly, so it's all right.
Yeah, basically, if Gollum was 6'2",
Yeah, XL. Huh?
XL it is, rude boy. All right, I did.
He's over 6 foot. Yeah, he says 6'2". He's probably 6.
No, Jake, back me up on. I'm if anything, I'm 6'3" on last measurement, but like it was a warm day, and I don't.
I'd
want
say I'm 12 inches. I'm probably about 3.
yeah, but that just means you can give it to her 4 times.
Nice.
He's 12.
She'll still run through 500 miles of dick. It's fine.
Have you had? Have you found it better or worse since the move? Because for Beard Brent, because you're now below us. Hang on. Yeah.
Found what better?
Sorry,
Ah,
postage,
South Africa
shipping.
to Portugal.
Yeah, the postage is shipping. Sorry for sending parcels out.
No, because we still ship from South Africa. I do.
Oh, okay.
I do have a few boxes of gear here. Like I got an order from Italy yesterday, and I had one of the things. So I phoned the guy this morning and I said, listen, I don't have, he wanted a clear Valkyrie tank. And I said,
Yeah.
listen, you ordered, that's coming from South Africa, the clear one, but I've got 5, but they're different colors. So he was like, oh, that's not a problem. He'll go with like the clear smoke one. So just to say thank you, I threw in a set of our bearded Viking coils with that, and I shipped it off to him this morning. So there is, if you see on the website, there is something that says BBC EU, and that Laura's been working on it today, and that it's a bit of a fucking logistical nightmare. So we can only offer the products we physically have on hand for the EU market. That's fine. Once we've got it all working on the website, I'll just I'll fly it back to South Africa and I'll come home with 60 kilos of BBC shit, you know, so that we can fill up the EU side of the website.
Side of everything, yeah. That sorry, I didn't phrase quite right, but you got what I meant. Yeah. Cool. Right, Ryan, you must be eager.
Chris, how did I can imagine it might have, but I just want to, just in case, the whole disposable hype damaged a lot of different parts of the vape industry? Not at all.
Didn't even touch me, mate.
No?
So I'd say my orders, I'd say we were usually doing around 6,000 a week going out, units, and I'd say we're probably doing about 15 now.
Nice.
Yeah, so everything carries on. Like the industry's still massive for batteries.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because it's not. It's quite a niche part of the whole scene. I struggle to find how that might have disposables might have affected it.
And I'm not really based domestically. I'd say about 3% of my sales are in the UK.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, Malaysia, Indonesia, just had Peru, Iraq. Like, we are everywhere. If you are on the website, by the way, if you put the code "you are not 6'2", you can get money off.
Do you know what? Are you going to Expo?
Yeah, we got a stand there.
I will show you that I'm actually 6'3". Yeah, I'm actually one of the people that undershoot it. Jake will confirm, because Jake thought he was taller than me.
I'm not I was lying. He always insults me, so I'm not helping him.
Jake was adamant I was lying, and then I met him and I was like, oh, the first thing, not even hello. It was like, oh,
yeah,
you are
not
taller
hi,
than me.
Ryan. How's it
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, you are taller than me.
Okay.
Like, fuck you then, man. Hello.
So when I turned 40, I had the whole like complete body overhaul to find out, and I've been saying forever that I'm shorter than I actually am. Turns out I'm taller.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
Fair.
Yeah,
I
but
can't...
I'm 19 and a half stone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can't really see it except
Big
these.
boy. He's a juicy boy.
I am.
You know what, right? That code isn't working, and I am sort of...
You are not 6'2".
Sorry.
Englishing.
Yeah, I was just spelling it out properly, but yeah, 6 foot.
Weren't you a moment ago looking for a battery wrap that you could show? Chris?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Because when I said I don't believe you and I couldn't find it, and then you were like, oh, I'll get one, and then you ended up showing us a picture of a watch.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I've got these little ones, but this is my one.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's funny actually. Some people have bigger collections than me. They've
Mate,
got
I've
ones.
seen some of them.
How many?
I don't even remember. To say, like on the back of all the new ones, because now we've got QR codes on them as well in all the new designs, and QR codes goes onto the website, and then it's got my kids' birthdays next to it, or it's either my kids' birthdays, or it's SNY, or the letters DD. It's not just those numbers; it's little things about my kids.
That's cool. That is cool.
Yeah, but a lot of the collabs, these are all collabs.
I was going to say, is my one in there? Mm-hmm. I don't have it here. I'm really good. I was going to show it. I was like, oh, I don't have any.
I like some of these. I forget even doing. Like, The Vape Shed.
Yeah.
Love that one.
I just realised that this is almost like you're like the Pokemon cards of vape.
Yeah. I like
Pretty
literally
much.
people. I collected
You
them.
go.
But in Indonesia, somebody just bought one rack for $500. I mean, it's super rare. I don't have it. I haven't seen them. They were done in the first like 2 weeks of opening 7-8 years ago.
How much in money was what?
He paid
$500.
$500. Yeah. Yeah, it was
Wait, you should get them graded. You should start a grading service for your battery racks, mate.
We actually have a guy in my group who's got them all in the little booklet things. Who's actually getting
Is that
that
the
all
guy
done.
from Germany?
Oh, Christian Westerman. He's got loads, but he's
Bought
kind of
every single rep that we made, like
yeah.
in both sizes. Fucking, he went mad.
Like people don't even remember we did Riot Squad. Like.
Jeez, I had the ice creams. That was the only pair of ODB ones that I had, and I loved those things. When the batteries sort of died off, I was upset. I was using them to like I wasn't even getting an hour out of the batteries. I don't want to get rid of these because they look so good.
Do you remember Morningstar?
Remember the
Morningstar Mechs?
Remember the
Yeah, they did Mechs. And then got Control, Grizzly Vapor. I worked with loads of smaller brands as well, but I work with people all over the world.
Your pricing on your sort of like partnerships with people, is it like a standard thing, or do you custom deals like based on?
No, I do standard for everybody.
Sound.
Yeah, like there's an admin price on it, but generally I give everybody the same price. I get like I don't make a lot on my stuff. Mine's all about, I guess, quantity. I guess if I went to China, I'd be laughing. I'd be so happy. Actually, this is one of my favorites. Do you remember? Have you ever seen Tegan or Tegan? That's her cross-eyed when she takes her glasses off.
I do like the lady ones, man. I must say, I do like the lady ones, man. Yeah, my jacket's ordered. I'm buzzing to get this bad boy jacket, mate. I am absolutely buzzing, man.
Yeah, man, they're so nice. Like we sold so many in the shop at the moment.
No, that's
yeah, we've got ones for Hall of Vape. It's crazy. Like we work a lot in Indonesia and Malaysia. Did some for Japan recently.
We get so many inquiries internationally at the e-cig shop, but because it's liquids we deal in, and commodity codes and faffing around, and we're just a 3-man team at the most. Like more times, it's just not worth it. But as like vape is basically like taking, like, you know, it's on the upswing again. We're getting inquiries daily. I'm like, we're just missing out on stuff here, but getting that stuff shipped out, like liquids shipped out, and I'm not really prepared to risk it. Stuff get caught, not get through, and then I got to not getting the products back, and I've got to refund the customer. That happened quite a lot, especially around the Brexit time. So we just had to like just knock it on the head.
See, I won't even touch liquids. Even though I've got my own, I won't sell it from the website.
It's just too much mess.
I actually did a cleanup of my website when I moved here, and just ditched every single thing that had the word vape. Changed it to like, because V's next to B, so we call it vape.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's also part of my dyslexia. I was like, hey, that works because V's right next to B. And then just even though we stopped our juice line and we're talking to a company in the UK to redo the juice line. But I stopped my juice line probably like 4 years ago. And the bottles were still on the back end of the website. It wasn't visible, but I just removed all of that shit as well because the SEO did, like, it's my income. One day it could just, boop, your website's shut down or something, you know? You never know what crazy shit's going to happen.
Can appreciate that, definitely.
Do you guys know that you don't have to have the Streamlabs duck up there?
We're tight, mate. So Jake keeps mentioning, Jake mentioned, like, you know, doing it proper. I'm like, if we ever start making money from this little thing, it's just started off as like me and him just bored and like, let's just have a banter in it rather than go to the pub. We'll just do a live stream.
Yeah, but it's just a click of a button and then that duck goes away.
Yeah, but you have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a premium
No.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Premium
to pay.
feature.
Well, when
Yeah.
you click it, it says you're on a free one, upgrade
Yeah.
2, and then it gives us
Yeah.
price plans.
Yeah,
Really?
legit. Yeah.
Because I haven't
legit.
got it, and I didn't pay for my Streamlabs.
Have you had it for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've had it for a good while, this is like obviously as it's got more popular, they're like, oh, we can make peas off this. So eventually we might go like proper and pay for all the extra features and whatnot. But I'm not willing.
Yeah,
to
dude,
put
I pay
money
for like
into
a full. I've got OBS Streamlabs. I pay for the full fucking gear. Zoom, I pay for a full gear so that I can have interviews longer than 45 minutes. So, and I've been paying that forever. Actually,
I figured a way on OBS to do it.
I had a Patreon page, and I went on to go watch one of Sam's got a Patreon thing where you need to log in. So I logged in and I just checked. It opened my Patreon, and there was like $65 in there, and I closed it in like June or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's still fucking paying, but thanks.
Up until like the back end of last year, so like when I had decided to leave the vape scene and move to the other side of the planet before I changed my mind on it all, going through all my finances because I need to save money, and the amount of like Twitch subscriptions I've still got, and I'm like, I don't like friends stream and this, that, and the other, and people I like to throw money at to follow and whatever. I'm like, what? How? No wonder. I'm thinking, if I'm on this amount of money, why am I like always on zero at the end of the flipping month? And then within a few short months, I find that like I'm able to save enough to go and spend 5 weeks over there unpaid, and it not really be that much of a problem until I get back, at least anyway. So yeah, I imagine there's lots of people like that. When it's just a little bit, you don't really notice it, innit? It will take a chunk of money to go out of my account for me to go, what was that? Yeah, lots of little bits and bobs disappeared, man.
You need to get yourself a nice little set sorted.
Nice little set.
Yeah, like have you seen my podcast?
No, I haven't.
So
I did ask you for the link for that, but you never sent it.
Yeah, it's not vape related at all. It's called I Swear I'm Not Drunk.
Okay.
And to give you an idea, it's like a little whorehouse.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, innit? Like, yeah, sorted out half the shop just like it.
When
Is
lockdown
it
first hit, there he is.
No.
Oh.
No, okay.
No, but you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, all things like that.
If you can get a link up, you know what? I'll have a quick look now for you, and I'll pop that in the comments. When lockdown first hit, I'm just in my bedroom right now, and it was just a barren room, and I put pop stuff on the wall and
there we go.
stuff
That's
out
definitely
on
you.
and everything.
Yeah.
But then lockdown finished, and I realized that like I got into the streaming thing, I got into doing videos from home, and I was slowly building it, and then like I just don't have time for any of this anymore because I've got to run this place. So, but it will be something that hopefully when I can get the place into a position where I don't need to be hands on all the time, then I do intend to get back into that. Just whore out my personality a little bit, you know.
Yeah, so we enjoy it quite a lot. Like I think recently we did multiversal theory. We did like really nerdy stuff. And then you watch us down like a bottle of Goldschlager and tequila, and you just watch us get hammered, and then it gets really inappropriate.
Here we go. I found him, so let's give him a follow and let's give him a share as well. Copy the link, and there he is, ladies and gents. If you want,
Brent, we should get you on. Have you as a video, as a phone caller? Yeah.
Okay.
And then we get
Check
drunk
it out.
together.
I'll definitely be doing that. That's how my e-cig shop thing started, really. It was just, I remember Nat had asked me, the owner had asked me to do lives and stuff from the shop. I'm like, who wants to watch me vape and talk about the stuff that I like? She did one, and it was quite popular. I'm like, but you're a woman in an industry that's mostly male, giving away free stuff. Of course, it's going to be popular. But, you know, all this time later, it works, innit? And it's pretty much what that side of the business is what pretty much keeps it alive in a hyper
Yeah.
competitive sort of
I
scene.
reckon if you
so-
did videos like you were a builder and that you were using mechs, you were doing squonks, people
Yeah.
still love watching that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I sold a lot of my kit. I've got the remnants of what I didn't sell here because obviously I was just planning to just pack up vape, and now I'm not. I'm like, why did I get rid of all that stuff? You know, Jake, I was getting rid of stuff at ridiculous prices.
I had to buy some. You know what I mean? Like, I saw the price. I was like,
When he bought some stuff and then told me how much it's worth, I'm like, we're meant to be friends, bro. What are you doing to me? But hey, it's my own fault. But yeah, man, I'm gonna build it all back up, man.
I told you the price.
Glad
Like,
to get
you
in all
know,
that. Yeah, man. Brent,
Well,
have you
since
got a
we're-
particular? Go ahead.
Since we're pumping other channels, I have another channel as a builder, but as an actual builder.
Yeah.
Go on
Got
then.
a
What
little
is it?
channel called-
No,
Yes.
I want to know about this.
It was supposed to like just be for the kids, like a documentary of like coming to Portugal and shit. And
That's cute.
yeah, dude, I've only got like 7 or 8 videos up, but they're all doing like 400-500 views.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
What's,
it's called
what's that?
Palmers in Portugal on YouTube.
Sorry, what in Portugal?
Palmers in Portugal.
Palmers in Portugal. Let's have a look.
I say I'm looking for it as well now.
Let's
Is it like
have
a
watch.
pinky blue logo?
Yeah,
I can see. Yeah, it must be him because I see the beard, man. So yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Ah,
Subbed up.
So it's
baby.
just documenting like because we've got a ruin, so it's a lot of work going into it. So my wife was like, "You should be filming this," and I was like, "Okay, let's do it." And just I didn't even know how to edit before I recorded. I recorded like 3 months of video in fucking portrait instead of landscape.
I was just looking. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're in portrait, but like,
There's some, yeah, that's down by the river.
Wait,
So that's the well, yeah.
yeah. Looking nice, man. Yeah, I want to get into content creation and stuff like that, but obviously I need to.
Oh, I'm not
Have
bothered at
time.
all. I don't fucking care.
I
It's-
enjoy it. I enjoy editing
Yeah.
videos and making music and stuff. Even though my stuff isn't that good, I still keep doing it just because I enjoy the process. Like I made that. After when it's done, I'm like, I did that. That's cool. I don't really mind if people are watching it and it's bringing in money, but I just like.
Yeah,
is
that's
that
the real,
is that where you're in now?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
my brother-
That looks
yeah,
mint.
so, that ruin is across the driveway. So my brother bought this place, which was a 7-bedroom villa, and then he divided it up into a single apartment. So it's
Yeah.
yeah. So the tall one,
Yeah.
basically the yellow wall to the right of my finger is where I'm sitting right now on the balcony. And then my house is the double story at top. My brother's is lateral, and then there's a 1-bedroom flat that's rented out. And yeah, my brother was sending me a video of like the garden and like talking about Portugal, and we were live videoing. And he panned across to that house and he went, "Oh, and I bought that for you." And I went, "Fuck, I think I'm going to move to Portugal." So
I like that, and I bought that house for you.
yeah.
Well,
Building
you've got
your own place is a dream.
you've got a subscriber. There you go, mate.
Oh,
Two
thanks,
more.
man.
And
So yeah,
anybody
it's
in the
just
comments with
it's
that?
a little as we're doing renovations. I'm doing kind of like all the work myself, and then my brother's estate agent. She's a South African as well, but she's been here forever. She was like, "Well, I've got this house that they're struggling to sell. Could I paint it and do a deck for it and whatever?" So I was like, "Yeah, okay, I can do that." And then they're like, "Well, the person moving out of that house is moving into a new house, but it also needs some renovating. Could you do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I can do that." And then she was like, "But I also need a LARP pergola at my house around the barbecue area. Can you do that for me?" And it's like a little bit snowballing, and then I'm still like, here I'm renovating. I've built a bathroom and a 2nd bedroom for my brother.
Man, I love that.
How do you find the time, bro?
That's why you're saying like, "Oh, I don't have time for content creation." I mean, I'm doing it purely for my children. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but some weird thing happened that other people like the content. So Yeah, there's like
I
dude
genuinely,
in
I'll probably
Canada
watch that
that's
more
just,
than
like,
vape
he watches
videos,
all
if
the
I'm
time,
honest.
and he comments, and I'm like, how the hell did you even find this? Like,
I think it's
I don't
funny. A
know.
lot of people don't realize that people in this industry, like us, we don't ever stop. We're always
Oh,
on
yeah.
the go doing something, and like having downtime and relaxing. It'll be like this. And like straight after
Yeah.
this, I'm going straight down to the office to do stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's very rare we have any downtime.
No, I mean, my
Yeah,
trip away is just to
People
reset
that are
my
like,
mind.
oh, you're so fortunate, you got your own company and blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, I'm up
Oh,
at
yeah.
6 because
Yeah.
I'm 2 hours behind South Africa. That means I get to work in South Africa at 8 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. here.
Yeah.
My kids go to, so from 8 until 9, I drop the kids off at school, get them ready for school, whatever. That's my lunch break. Then I'm on the computer talking to vape stores all over the world.
I love how that's your lunch break.
Until 12 o'clock here. Then I'll make some lunch. At 1 o'clock, I close off with my guys in South Africa. And 2 o'clock, I change my thing to overalls with paint on. And I go down to the ruin. I'll go to my brother's place, or I go to somebody else's house to go do physical manual labor until 5 o'clock, 5:30 when I pick up the kids. Then we'll have dinner together. Put the kids into bed at about 8, and then I go downstairs to the office to do invoicing and stuff like that until 10 at night. And that's a regiment. It's written down.
Yeah.
And then from 10 o'clock, I get into bed and I watch 2 series, whatever I'm watching, watch 2 series, hug, cuddle the wife aggressively, and go to bed.
Yeah, have like 4 or 5 hours max
Yeah.
of sleep.
And yeah.
I'm not.
Today, because I had a
looking
little
forward to it,
flu last night, I was vomiting in the middle of the night. And that
Well, we
shows.
massively
I'm still
appreciate
here.
you being here right now, man. We
Most
massively
people-
appreciate you spending
yeah.
the time doing this now, man.
No, I've been poorly today. Yeah, so I woke up late. I woke up at like 8 this morning, like
Jeez.
super late.
I'm getting in my own head about, like, when I get back from Oz, the plan is for me to buy into the e-cig shop. I just take a wage at the moment. I always have. But buying into it is obviously, I've been quite close with the owner, so I appreciate what it's like owning a business and going through that transition from just accepting a paycheck on the same day every month to actually, like, if anybody's not getting paid, it's you. If anything extra needs doing, it's you. Like, you know what I mean?
I suggest
I've
not.
maxed out my personal credit card in South Africa to pay wages and buy materials.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I suggest not putting money into that shop. I know you got your heart on that, but don't work for somebody else. Don't work with. Definitely don't work with someone
Don't do
else.
partnerships, bro.
I mean,
Oh,
no
no.
offense to the owner, but I don't think I'll be working with them, seeing as they don't tend to work anyway. Like, the only difference is going to be is like, I'm now owner. Rather, I do everything anyway. You know what I mean?
You're now partner, and I tell you what, your relationship changes. And
You probably don't know much about my relationship with the owner.
no,
do you,
no,
bro?
I've
If
done
you
it with
knew,
people.
if you knew, you'd probably say, "What are you doing, mate? You're just
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I wouldn't even be doing this like with you right now if not for the e-cig shop, innit? I was just a dude working insurance and in those kinds of jobs prior to getting into, like, I started vaping with the e-cig shop and then I ended up working there, and now here I am. People recognize me. You know what I mean?
Just take
like
good
this is the
advice where
best
it comes
position.
from.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's where
No.
it comes from.
Oh no, trust me,
Yes,
you are not.
You owe them
Yeah,
a debt of gratitude, and that's all you owe them is gratitude. You don't owe them your bank account. You don't owe them the food in your fridge.
nah.
Listen
but-
to what we're saying. We've been fucked hard enough to tell
Uh-huh.
you.
Yeah.
And like my
Use your
shop,
own shit. And if they believe in you as much as you believe in them, they will support you all the way.
yeah,
Sure,
dude, I've tried partnerships with loads of people. I even had a point where my twin brother, we will never speak for the rest of our lives. I tell you that, right? Having a partnership destroys everything. You will fight about money. You will fight about what needs to be done. Oh, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that. now I do these shops. Like the shops are kind of lucky. I was looking for a new warehouse, and it was cheaper for me to get 2 shops as it was to get a warehouse. So now I've got this, and I could never ever bring somebody in on the fold. This is my personality in this shop, and I've worked with family, I've worked with friends, and I tell you what, every time that company has gone bust, every time.
Yeah.
So I put a lot of thought in it.
My story is exactly the same.
I'd be stupid not to take your guys' words on board, obviously, because you guys are clearly like, you know, where I want to be, if not further on. But I still want to do it.
I'm still not going to listen.
Yeah, I still have like even though that there's a lot of politics between me and the owner. Those who know. But the faith from her is already there because she's just left the whole thing in my hands for years, regardless of the ups and downs of our personal relationship over the past.
You're a super fucking great employee.
Exactly. Yeah. I was just about to say that.
I would also not let you go. But do you think she would max her credit card out to pay your rent?
Right. Okay. I don't really want to say this on the internet, but like, if I go,
I was going to say, yeah.
If I go, then like that would pretty much be the end of the e-cig shop,
and that's why.
Yeah. So, and the offer that was like when I pitched this to her is like, if the answer is I can't get involved, I'm starting my own thing up.
Yes, you can do that.
I've already got people willing to invest in me, and yeah, I get it. I get it.
You're doing it with someone.
Why don't you open your own store and ask her to front you the stock, and you'll pay the stock off to her if she believes in you that much?
Because it's not even her. It's the e-cig shop as an entity that I don't feel like I'm in debt to, but like.
Oh, how about this?
It's weird.
Where do you live?
Chesterfield.
Right. I'm now going to start a shop in Chesterfield on the main high street. If you don't do it,
you can do it, bro. It's not going to work. Not in Chesterfield. It's not going to work. No, it's not going to harm me in Chesterfield, bro. Do you know how many vape shops are in Chesterfield? Do you know how many vape shops are in Chesterfield?
Yeah, that's not the point. I'm just going to open it next door to yours and have everything cheaper.
Then you're not going to be making any money. Then I try to tell you that if you're going to go cheaper than us, you ain't making any profit. Trust me.
I'm going the other ways. I'm doing I'm doing Portsmouth, Exeter, Bristol. I'm doing all the South Coast. Yeah.
See, my plan, I do have like, it's not really a plan, but I've got a mindset to where I want to take the business, and it's to do away with, if you was to open up a shop next door, I would do absolutely everything I can to work with you. Genuinely would. Because like, and since stepping out of the shop bubble and actually getting exposed to other people in the scene and realizing not everybody's just, there is integrity here, there is passion here. Whereas when I first tried this back in the day, all I was getting is pushback and competing and backstabbing, bitching and moaning. I'm like, you know what? F all these guys. I'm just gonna rock what I'm rocking at the e-cig shop and do my thing in it. But through stepping out of the bubble, thanks to Jake, I see that there isn't that. So I can actually. There is people that I would like to work with. So
then why not franchise e-cig shop?
That could be a thing, mate. That's
franchise would work. Franchise would work.
Yeah. I mean, the plan is I'm going away to, I mean, she's not entirely sure that I'm going to come back from Australia. When I first pitched it to her, she's like, how do you know you're going to want to come back? I've got family that moved over there, and my uncle traveled around the world multiple times. First time I went to Australia, just stayed there. My little brother, he went there. He's looking to get his permanent.
Part of me is thinking you're not coming back as well.
Everybody thinks this because from people that know me, they're like, the Australian lifestyle, as they know it, just suits me far more than the UK lifestyle.
Yeah.
But I also have to think about my future.
Minus vaping.
Minus vaping, but I'll get over that. I'm a type 1 diabetic, mate. I like that NHS life. I'll be honest with you. I enjoy that NHS life, man. So I've got to think about like super long term as well. But I enjoy putting the effort. I don't think I would have as much passion for what I'm doing in vape if it wasn't at the e-cig shop. It might seem like a weird thing to say, but I'm a weird kind of guy.
I get it.
Yeah. Like my passion lies with the e-cig shop just as much as it is with vape as a whole.
You've been there for a long time?
Pushing 8 years now, man. Pushing 8 years, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been good. I was just an anybody in it. I was just a guy, 9 to 5, just going home, depressed, thinking, what the hell is the point in life, and blah 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 blah. And it's not until I started telling people I'm moving to Australia, and absolutely everybody's like, well, what about the e-cig shop? What's going to happen there? Like, you can't.
Yeah, you are the e-cig shop, though.
Yeah, like, I'm like, well, the e-cig shop was around for a long time before me. I'm sure it's going to be a long time afterwards. And other people in the industry, our direct customers, people that I have never even spoken to before in the industry have approached me like, I heard you doing this. Like, why are you doing it? I'm like, who are you, bro? Like, how do you know who I am? And like, I go to Expo and people are, oh, Dreads, Ryan. I'm like, hi, I see your videos and I shop with you. And I'm like, really?
Dude, if I was you, stay there. Like, stay there. Like, it's such a better idea. Just wing it and stay there.
Like a simple tradie in Australia and live a
Screw England, mate.
Yeah,
I tell you,
man.
if my kids,
I've got a job.
the second they turn 16, I'm off.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've got a job waiting for me there. My brother lined me up with a job. He was telling me about these miners' villages that you can go and work on for like ridiculous money a year. You don't even need to be qualified. You just need to work in the restaurants and like service the accommodation that the actual miners. And he's got friends that have gone over to see him for the year and come back with enough money just to buy a house. So yeah, I'm like, that was very, very appealing, but I don't want to live with the sense of regret, and I'm scared that if I went to Australia, I'd always have in the back of my mind, but what if? Whereas if I just went to Australia, because I'm only really wanted to go there to hang out with my little brother. I've got a big family, and out of them all, he's one of the only one I really get on with, and one of the very few that I actually speak to. And he's been out there for a long time, so I'm going over there more just to jam with him for a bit. And then come back and just take on life. I've drifted through life to this point. I've just fluked my way through life.
You should always regret what you did, not what you didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way to live life, man.
And I feel like that's what I'd end up feeling like if I set my own thing up in Chesterfield. People have offered me, like, you set up a shop, we'll fund everything, fit it out, stock it, The deal is you pay us back no interest. But whilst you're paying us back, you just got to keep our stuff top shelf, and it's people that I respect and products that I like as well, so I won't be selling out. But
that's a smart way to go about it. It's like buying a house. You don't have to have a lot of money. Banks have a lot of money. You just need to know how to get it from them.
Yeah.
But you've also got to look at the licensing thing, because there has been talk about licensing vape shops, and what they're saying is if they're going to have to retroactively, they're either going to use the new laws and make a new law, or they're retroactively going to go back to the 2019 law and use that, which means that any vape shop before 2019 can sell vapes and anybody after can't.
E-cig shop's been around since...
Yeah, so you might actually be stuck with doing that. But it all depends on what they come up with.
Yeah, I think you know your situation better than we do. We're just advising partnerships.
Yeah, man. I mean,
we'll tell you how to make loads of money. It's fine.
There was like an intimate sort of relationship with the owner for an extended amount of time as well, which is what the politics.
Indeed, in the comments.
How old is she?
Huh?
How old is she?
Not much older than me.
Oh, in my brain, I've got her as like this old granny.
It's a 70-year-old granny who's been talking.
She's not really around, and in my head, she's with her grandchildren.
She's got other businesses. She's got other businesses. She's got kids, and she's got other things going on. And vape was a fluke for her, innit? So she started the e-cig shop.
Quiet Chris was just contemplate that all in his head. Granny.
Nah, she was left a bit of money from a relative that died, and it was cancer, I believe. And so she thought, okay, what can I do with this money that's good for cancer? And she bought some Ego batteries from China and some CE4s, was selling them out of her house, had queues of people outside of her house, got a market stall, that blew up. First shop, second shop, third shop, that all blew up. But, I mean, you ask her what coil any device takes, she ain't got a clue. She just always had the right people around her to make sure it keeps going. And then, so... And then I entered the fray, and the sort of social media aspect of it sort of took off then. which has just kept it alive, really, without social media. In Chesterfield, like, literally, there is a vape shop on almost every flipping corner in Chesterfield. But, like, we are seen as a cornerstone of Chesterfield, not just the vape scene, but, like, everybody knows of her and the business and whatnot. So if vape goes down locally, we will be the last people standing, simply because of our reputation and how long we've been around and what she's done for the community and stuff like that. And it's nice to be part of that, to be fair. It's nice to be considered as part of that. When people find out I don't already own it, like, you're not the owner. I'm like, no, just work it.
You
bro.
basically said that you agree with what they're saying, but you're still not going to take it in, are you? You're still going to come.
Yeah, I can hear it.
You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah,
tough.
you can hear it in his voice. He's like, I agree with what you're saying, and
No, it's
XYZ, but I still want to.
Yeah, but he
The
knows
discussions are
the
gonna-
situation better than we do. So
The
But yeah,
discussions
but
are
I
gonna
know his situation
happen
pretty well.
when
I
get
think it'd
back
be
in
bad.
it. So nothing has been agreed. Nothing has, like, been put in writing or anything yet. It's all going to start when I get back from Oz. And the whole plan is to go reset
if
the
you
mind.
get back from us,
If I get back from Oz, yeah.
But then it does make it weird if you've put your diddle in her fiddle. Like, if there's been something before.
I mean, even before that happened, she was pushing me to make my own brand, TGWD, something separate from the e-shoe shop. I was like, I can't be bothered. I can't be asked. That's too much. I've got to buy the stock and then sell it to you and sell it and host it.
you can't be asked to make money.
No, legit. And anybody that knows me
Then you
personally,
shouldn't go into business for yourself.
No, I didn't. I couldn't be asked about money. But then, like, I hit 35 and I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I've just literally, I've got no kids, I've got no commitment, I don't drive, I live dirt cheap. The only reason why I have expendable money, I don't earn more than a lot of people, but I don't need to spend much. I just eat broccoli. I don't have, anything extra to spend out on. So
you wait till you get married, mate. And especially when you get divorced. Oh,
I know a thing or two about people getting divorced, and I know that the fear of, I'm one of 6. Actually, technically speaking, I'm like one of 10, but like immediate, like in the household we grew up in, I'm one of 6. I know about, I'm the second oldest, know about how expensive kids are, know how stressful they can be. I've seen people go through divorces. I know how that can absolutely destroy somebody for the rest of their life and whatnot. So, and these kinds of things is what's put me off in it. Yeah. Franny's asked so many times, and I'm like, no, it's not happening. So yeah, but I feel like the e-cig shop is like my, for want of not sounding like corny as hell, but I sort of just fell in it, and everything just sort of fell into place once I hit the e-cig shop, and I grew as a person, not just as a personality there. So I want to see where it goes, man, and I will regret it. Regardless of whether or not it grows and gets better if I left, or if it did go down if I left, I would still regret it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, and I'm a pretty resourceful guy. If it doesn't work out, I've never, I'm employable. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm going to move the conversation away from Ryan.
Do that,
I feel like I should have.
Do that. Please.
I feel like I should have put his name in the title. Live with Ryan.
Yeah. I couldn't argue with what they were saying, and without like getting a bit personal. Like, I need to. But yeah.
So
thank you very much for the advice, though, guys. It is massively appreciated, honestly, and it will be taken on board. Trust me, it will be considered, man.
Yeah. Thanks for the advice. I'm not taking.
We don't know, man.
Right, so I've got a question. I think Ryan might have the same one, but maybe not. Diets. Brent. Indulge us with your meat-loving, like, I need all the information.
You see, unlike a vegan that has to tell you they're a vegan, I'm a carnivore. So I'm teasing, Ryan. I'm just saying.
No. I'm having a pop at Jake, mate. Like,
I've had
question. All right, we'll talk about it in a minute, Jake.
I've done the. Look, I was also like an athlete most of my life, semi-professional most of the time. I did MMA for 12 years. So I was always on diet, forever on diets. If you sign for a fight or something like that, all the alcohol, everything fucking stops immediately. You start training double, you start cutting weight. And the minute the fight's finished, there's a cigarette, a fucking beer, and a hamburger, like instantly. Like,
Yeah.
a balanced dieting. And then I watch a lot of Joe Rogan, and he's been talking about carnivore diet for a very long time. And I've looked into it. I've done it 3 times. This is my 3rd time doing it. I kind of do it so carnivore month is January. Which happens to coincide with vegan month.
Yeah, I know. I found that funny. I was like, yeah, I like that.
Do you only do it for a month at a time?
No, so I haven't done it correctly the first 2 times.
Okay.
The first time I did it, I got massively ill because I was doing very lean meats because I didn't enjoy fatty food, and the misnomer that fatty foods make you fat and cholesterol and heart attacks and shit. So I was eating like boiled chicken like 5 times a day, and it's not good for you. You need fats. So carnivore diet basically is high protein, no carb. Ryan and I both agree carbs are the enemy, and sugar. But you need fats. Without trace elements of carbs, your body will convert carbohydrates into energy quicker than anything else. Now, getting into a proper carnivore diet, if you can trick your body into converting fat into energy instead of using carbohydrates, so you take away the carbohydrates, you give it massive amounts of fat. It takes about a week for your body to kick in. Then it literally starts eating. Your body starts eating the fat off of your body.
It's ketosis, right?
Yeah, ketosis. Yeah, so you put your body in a state of ketosis. My carnivore diet is a sort of relaxed one. I eat eggs, cheese, any dairy, but as little processed dairy as possible. I mean, I don't eat fucking Vienna sausages because there's bread in there, there's carbohydrates in there. So, yeah, I sent the guys my breakfast this morning. I'll show you. I got a picture because some people don't like me because of my diet.
I get that. Trust me.
I was going to say Ryan knows that.
I'm glad to see
so that was breakfast.
Oh,
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice bit of steak,
That's
isn't
like a 14-ounce sirloin.
It's
So,
murder.
a lot of meat. Turkey. Turkey's pretty good because it's high in fat as well. A lot of pork because I'm not religious like that. I've found now the second time around at the end last week, at the end of the month, my wife was like, "So what did you feel?" Because we went out to celebrate my end of my carnivore, went and had Burger King and a tub of Ben & Jerry's.
How did that go down?
I felt fucking sick. I got like literally like a handful of cocaine. That's what I was euphoric. I was like I had this instant headache from the sugar. I was like, and then the next day I just had runny stomach from the carbs, like my body not being able to process them properly or get used to it. Yeah. But after the first week or just a little bit more, not 2 weeks, your body. So I take Ritalin and everything for ADHD and stuff like that. I haven't had any Ritalin the last 2 months. My clarity, my mindset has so drastically changed. I've never felt like this in my entire life. Like literally on cocaine all day. It's been amazing.
You do hear that with the high.
I'll picture it this way. Like my mind's like a spider web. And every morning I wake up, I'm on one end of the spider web and I've got hundreds of little things I need to get out of the spider web. And I'll do 6 of them. And then I'll jump to the next, a different one and a different one, a different one. But when I go to sleep at night, I wake up on a different spider web and all my shit's been moved around. So it takes me half the day to fucking work out what I was
supposed to. Is that the ADHD? Or is that just like a you thing?
Yeah, no, it's ADHD. Like we think far too quickly.
I'm at the beginning of like the ADHD journey. I've always just been in denial. But like I've got to at least explore it.
Whole life. Yeah. So yeah, being on a strict diet, a carnivore diet, high protein based diet, my thoughts are just my own. Like I can think, and I liken it to this. After I finish work and I have a meal, I've got to come downstairs and start another job, like a construction, physical labor. And I'm always like, I've always been like, oh, fuck, no, yeah, I don't have this material, making excuses not to do it because I'm fucking lazy, you know? Now, anything like, dude, I wash dishes. I clean up like fucking 4 times a week. I've never done dishes my whole life. Like, now I look at the dishes and instead of going, oh yeah, I need to do those later, and then only doing dishes when I need a coffee cup, now I'm like busy cooking my steak or something. I'm like, oh, let me do the dishes quick. Blah, 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 done. It's such a miraculous difference for me. So I wouldn't Bible bash the carnivore diet on too many people. I gave Chris already the rundown. And
yeah.
I really, honestly, to goodness, believe it. That it's, for me, it wasn't about losing weight or putting on muscle tone or anything like that, which has happened. I think I lost 6 kilos last month. And I feel my muscle tone has improved. One of the things is when I get in bed at night, I feel twitches in my legs, like hamstrings, especially, and my calf muscles. That's gone. Like these weird little ailments that I just thought was normal at my age, they're just gone.
Oh, 6 kilos is a stone. I don't know kilos for like body weight. Jesus.
Yeah, well, I started at 98 kilograms, so just under 100. And now I'm probably touching 90 by now. I'm pretty sure I've lost a bit more because I can physically see it. Like,
that's good, man.
All my other diets, like the scale said I've lost weight, but I look in the mirror and I'm like, I still look the same. Now I'm like, oh fuck, and I didn't weigh myself the whole month because I didn't want to get too cocky. Because for me, the journey is not about losing weight. It's about mental clarity. That's number one on my list. And Laura actually said to me, she was like, when we talked about the diets afterwards, and she was like, so are you going to stay on it? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And it's the first time ever, she was like, I think you should. And I was like, why? What's been her experience of me on carnivore diet? And she was like,
the aggressive hogs, mate.
I've been easier to deal with. I'm not an easy person to deal with because when I want something done, I want it done. And if it's 11 o'clock at night and I need to put fuel in the car because I've got a trip tomorrow and I don't want to have to stop at the gas station on my trip. So I'll go put fuel in at 11 o'clock at night. And she's like, that's impossible. Just leave 10 minutes early and go put fuel in. And my brain doesn't work that way. It can't comprehend it. So, yeah, she said I've been calmer and much more patient with the kids and more tolerable of the kids. Yeah, so she's enjoyed me being on the carnivore diet so much that she's actually changed her diet. Now, Laura's also a fitness person. Like she's also always been quite fit, still is.
Nice save.
Very, very fit. She's also now, like when I'm prepping my food, she was like, oh, I'll have half of that. But she's still doing her salads, you know.
Yeah.
She feels
that's what I was going to ask you.
She's cut out bread because we all know bread is the enemy. She's cut down carbs. So she's basically doing a keto-style carnivore diet where she's still on the leafy greens and things like that. She's not restricting herself as much as I do. I mean,
that's what I was going to ask you. Do you do the salad and veg?
Or pizza or something. Laura will have a slice of pizza. I won't. Like I'll buy a half chicken from the deli and I'll eat the half chicken while the kids are eating the pizza.
Yeah.
So there's no salad or veg in your diet?
No. And dude, trust me, you will see my garden. I've got hundreds of fruit trees.
Yeah.
Year round, we've got citrus now in winter. We've got plums and peaches and kiwis, lemons, oranges, tangerines, mandarins, grapes, fucking tons of fruit. I walk around the garden just picking fruit off and eating it all day. Now I can't do that because of my diet. I miss it. I fucking miss a banana. You won't believe. But it's not worth it because that day when I changed over and I ate normal food, the next morning I had a spider web again. I wasn't in a tunnel of fucking things to do, you know. I was in that spider web chaos again, and I need that clarity. I need to.
You know what? Your comments of the clarity is
And
probably
energy.
the strongest argument I've ever come
Yeah.
across to give up the diet that
Dude,
I'm on
I
now.
literally wake up
Like,
like
genuinely.
what's that person with that they forget everything?
What, with
A
amnesia?
forgetful person.
Amnesia. I literally wake up every morning with amnesia, like because of the ADHD. It's like
What was I
wake
supposed
up,
to be doing?
make a cup of coffee, make the kids lunches, do this, do that phone call, this and that. I've always been a person to have a notebook and I write
Dementia.
everything down. Dementia also. I write every single
My
thing
brain
down.
was like,
So when I wake up in the morning, all I have to do is go to my notepad and go, oh, I was working on this project. I was talking to this person. I was dealing with that. The fuck up is I wake up in the morning and forget to check my notepad until like fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So my days are just wasted because I'm fucking around the house, not actually doing anything productive. Now I don't need my notepad.
That's cool.
I get up and I remember what state I was in yesterday, and I just fucking carry on and just continually work.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's believable that just changing your diet can do that to your brain.
Oh yes,
but
definitely. No,
it's-
100%. Like what you put into your body makes your
Yes.
body.
So
100%.
then my second part of it is, I'm glad you agree with me so much. Jordan Peterson had type 2 diabetes,
He's a big guy. I like Peterson. Yeah, Karen.
and he's been on carnivore for 6 or 7 years, no diabetes. Just saying.
Sand.
I do like how
I'm
we went.
intrigued.
Just saying.
No, man. I don't know. I'm intrigued, man. I always love hearing about different diets and like people's experiences of them and stuff.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
were
But
quite interested in it last time we chatted. And
Yeah, like
I
people
think-
just assume that I'm automatically going to try and convert
No.
people to veganism. I'm like, no, like I don't. I
No,
wouldn't
but
even
you're
recommend
not
it
a-
to people.
You're not a
Genuinely would
vegan
not
to
recommend it to
save
people.
animals and shit like that. You're a vegan because you have an issue.
I tried it and it made
Yeah.
me feel better, so I'm just sticking with
Yeah.
it now, innit? Like, I'll elbow drop a dog if I need to prove it to people. I don't want to, but if it's
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Chris, same foodie question. I don't know if you've done the carnivore, but like, do you diet?
I'm actually being made to diet. I had to see a dietitian. I spent most of January in and out of hospital with sepsis, so I've not been well at all. And because I've already got a heart problem, it was sort of this area that was having issues. What they've told me to do is similar to the carnivore diet, but a cross between the carnivore and the Mediterranean. So lots of olives and olive oil on everything, and meat,
Fats,
just
man.
a lot of meat. Yeah, broccoli, all things like that. So it's very
All hell
you
broccoli.
still add but all green stuff.
Yeah, so with that's literally called the green carnivore diet. So
Yeah.
it's anything that's green or leafy green. So anything that's
Yeah.
a leaf, not a legume, but a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've told me I need to get rid of weight around my heart. And I work so much. I'd say I probably do 7 days a week, and I do about 14 hours a day. And I rarely get any time to do anything that it has to be fast. It's just like order every day. I'd have 2 McDonald's a day, or I'd order a Pizza Hut and just eat that throughout the day. Like I was always in the office, always at work, and I put on so much weight. But since I've started this, I've lost 1.5 stone in a month.
Well done.
Nice.
Yeah, so like,
Do you have to stay away from bread on that?
I've
We all have
cheated
to.
because oh my god, I love bread. I really love it.
Yeah.
The problem, it's not bread, it's Marmite, right? I love Marmite, right? The Marmite XS, right? Normal Marmite is brewed for a month. This stuff's brewed for like 6 months. Oh, I could eat it on a spoon.
That just makes it sound even worse. Like
I don't
Yeah.
hate Marmite.
Out of date.
I don't hate it at all. But like, I don't think I could spoon it. Like, I don't think.
Oh,
I could.
dude,
Me
yeah.
heartburn, but I love Bovril. I fucking love Bovril.
Yeah, and it's funny, as Brent was talking about ADHD, what you'll find is most of the people in this side of the industry have it. And it's true, since I started doing this meat thing, mine has calmed down so much.
Really?
With the meat diet, it's really intense. I had, my exes and my ex-wife, all vegans, all everything, and I ate a lot of that, no offense, crap for a long time. And my dietitian said, you need to eat meat. Meat is a staple in the body. You need it in your system because of the protein.
Yeah. I say it to so many people as well. Like when people consider veganism, they come and see me. I'm like, I don't even recommend people do it. I'm like, just eat like real meat. Stop eating processed stuff, and you're better off for it. And if you're gonna go vegan, don't eat the fake meats.
Listen to our bodies.
Yeah,
you know, it's quicker and easier just to grab a Pizza Hut or a McDonald's. But what do you? If you had a chef in your house and he had a fully stocked pantry, what would you ask him for?
Oh, steak,
You know?
steak, just constantly
That's
steak.
because your body's craving that, and you've got to listen to your body's cravings.
Yeah.
I was
forever eat steak and chips, and I know chips aren't good for you, but I love carbs, like chips.
I tell you what, that
potato.
fucking eating steak every day gets very thin very quickly, bro. It's I've got into a stage now where I just buy mince, like beef, ground beef, with like 20 or 30% pork and mince, and I just fry that in the pan, and I like scoop it out to the sides, crack 4 eggs in the middle, and just eat it straight out the pan. I'm so bored with eating. And I'm the kind of person that loves food. I'm a food slut. Like I always make a joke, like I'm a fat kid. I'm a fat kid trapped in the body of an athlete. Like I love food. Like,
and I'm just a fat kid.
Yeah. And then
I was a fat kid.
Chili pesto. A lady here in Coimbra makes a chili pesto. So a tablespoon of chili pesto in that thing with the scrambled eggs, and that's I just get it down. Because
my mouth is literally filling with saliva.
And I could literally spend every single day just eating lamb. Lamb chop.
It's so expensive, yeah.
Lamb shoulder. I'll get a whole bloody thing and just roast that for a few hours. I could just eat it out of my hand.
Can I tell you something, Chris? Can you get turkey?
Yeah.
I'm not even lying. Laura does a turkey quarter, so the drumstick and the fucking thigh, whatever it is. Yeah, thigh, because the breast wouldn't be attached to it.
Yeah.
So the drumstick and the fucking thigh, she roasts it in the oven with. She puts lard over it, so pork fat. So I render my own pork fat. I go to the butcher and he just gives me kilograms of pork fat, and I render down and use that to cook eggs with. Don't use canola oil; it's bad. So she bastes the raw drumstick with a mixture of lard and garlic, and then she roasts it for 4 hours under foil, takes the foil off, and just crisps it for 5 minutes. It tastes exactly like lamb.
Oh, don't stop. Keep going, baby.
Yeah.
Welcome to the cooking show.
€5 a fucking kilogram, dude. It costs €15 and it feeds her and I for the week. Like it's. Yeah.
Oh, that's lush, mate.
But she did spoil me today. That steak that was in the pan was €5.50 by itself, and I put 4 eggs with it because I need food. But yeah, she spoiled me. It was a dry aged piece of meat. It was a bit expensive for our budget because you've got to break these things down because you can get a bit crazy if you don't have controls. So
I don't know how much Portugal money is, but $5 is that £4?
€5.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Euros. Is that for? I don't know which way around it goes with euros now.
It's about
pretty much the same as a pound.
Yeah, it's about £4.30.
Just under, just
okay.
under.
Yeah, it's very close to the pound.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
I
for
that's
a
great big spend. But normally, like if I was buying from our local butcher, €5 would get me about half a kilo of meat.
You're on thing, bro.
That thing wasn't.
You're in good places.
It was dry aged or whatever, and she was like,
"That's what the dietitian told me as well." Yeah, they told me, the dietitian said to me, "Do not buy the meat from supermarkets because they put preservatives on it and they put random shit. Always go to a butcher."
Do you want to see that weird,
I'm following this lady
rainbow
on
sheen on meat in the supermarket?
Okay, so don't ever have meat that's been frozen.
Why? What?
Because they put preservatives in the brine so that the meat can not
Yeah.
go off while it's
I just
frozen.
thought you meant don't freeze meat. Like,
And they put
Yeah.
hormone, they put estrogen in meat as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then another thing is, I'm watching this lady in America. Oh, lady, she's fucking something 30, but she's gorgeous. And she's like, okay, so this is traditionally what, and I mean, she's really fit, but she also had diabetes and issues. That's why she got on carnivore. And now she's a spokesperson for carnivore. And she was like, okay, and just remember to get, so this, I use this particular brand of bacon because it's sugar-free. And I was like, what?
Sugar-free bacon.
Yeah.
And then I started Googling sugar-free bacon. And they were like, yeah, all the bacons that you get, cured ones, like smoked bacon, is fucking, it's done with sugar. So that
That's American food, though, isn't it?
caramelizes and goes hard when you cook it. Because
Yeah.
that's the sugar actually caramelizing, not the bacon.
Oh.
I didn't say
And
I
then,
would love that, but we don't
finished
have that.
Then I
here.
carried on watching her channel, and she was like, "Oh yeah," and I also like a lot of vegans only use this particular brand of salt, and she was like, "I like the salt because it's also sugar free," and I was like, "Whoa, don't
Celtic
even
salt.
lie to me." So I started Googling why is this salt different, and they put stevia in salt to make it taste better.
Bro,
Yeah.
I said this to you earlier, Jake, didn't I? Like, food is one of the biggest conspiracies on this planet, bro. From when you're in school, they just misinform. Remember when I was in school, like, oh, the three food staples
I
are
deny that
bread,
whole conversation.
bread, egg, and milk are the three food staples. Like, it's what you sort of generally told throughout your school. I'm like, all of those things will just kill you off if you just just live off those. Like, you can't.
Yeah, there was the
That-
pyramid thing, and it was like
Yeah.
one bit of fruit, and then the rest had to be meat.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
egg.
It's a massive conspiracy.
It's a massive conspiracy. People don't see it, and that's part of the reason why I went as well. Because I just hate
Because
feeling
the
like I'm being
American
mugged off.
market,
So
we're trying to, the farmers were trying to sell off their grain. So the FDA said, we'll help the farmers out and we'll put out this chart that says cereals and grains are the first tier of
Yeah.
this triangle and steaks right at the top. And it's actually the fucking other way around.
It's
Yeah.
as bad as Big Pharma. It's as bad as Big Tobacco. It's, you know what I mean? But people don't really challenge it as much as these other conspiracy fields because
Yeah.
I don't know. The brainwashing is just so in depth.
I mean, we get pretty good bread here as far as like it's called ancient grain. So Portugal and I don't know about the UK because I think the UK is very westernized with their food. But most of Europe is like MGO free, pesticide free.
Yep.
You don't get
Organic.
fun fucking like bags of crisps here. You get like 6 different flavors. That's it. Don't get Walkers. You
Yeah.
don't get fucking anything like. You have to go to a specialty store to get a different. In Portugal, they have a bag of crisps, like fucking Lay's. The flavor is plain. Now, what does plain mean?
Well, over
Slashed
here,
quite
ready
seasonal.
salted. Yeah,
No. In
that's
Portugal,
ready
plain
salted
means
over it.
fuck all. There's no
There's no
nothing on it.
season on it. Yeah, that's
Nothing.
But do they come
And
with
then they sell
like
the
a
other
You
one.
had the little sachet.
yeah.
So, dude, even sodas, you get Coke Zero, like the golden one, the sugar-free, caffeine-free.
Yeah.
You get 7-Up free, and then all of them are like fruit. Like Fanta Orange here is actually orange. It's bubbly fucking orange juice with pulp.
Yeah, most of the fizzy drinks over here are gone sugar free now because of the
Yeah,
sugar tax.
you
innit?
don't
the
get
sugar tax.
You don't get Iron Brew. You don't get
Yeah.
other flavors.
Zero.
You don't get You can get Dr Pepper. You have to go to a specialty store for that.
When I
In
go and
their
see my brother,
supermarkets.
I said to him, "Do you want me to bring anything over?" I'm taking my DDJs because he's a DJ and he's never used like the newer stuff, so I'll bring mine over. But he's like, "Oh, get me some crisps and some chocolates." I'm like, "You don't have
yeah,
crisps and
it's like
chocolates in
normal
Australia."
food.
And it was just like, "Yeah, but it's just not the same as the British stuff in it. I want to feel dirty for a while, so bring some over with."
Dude, I've just sorted a package out for one of my Canadian friends that I've been chatting to, and I've just put like 8 kilos of chocolate in there for her. She's just like, she came over a few months ago, and she's like, your chocolate's just the best I've ever had. So I was just
Yeah.
like, right, here we go, chocolate.
Yeah.
And then this one thing I put in there was Marks and Spencer's does the best thing. It's maple syrup sugar, and you cook your steak in it. Oh, Best thing you will ever have.
Sugar is the enemy.
Sugar is the enemy.
But it's so
Carbohydrates
good.
and sugar. Once you have a carbohydrate, that carbohydrate starts telling your brain, "Go get my friends. I'm lonely." It's
Yes.
fucking.
It's the
bad.
same thing. I reckon
And
it's the
sugar
same
as
thing
well.
that's going into this e-liquid stuff. These
Yeah,
disposer
I
like
drink Earl
e-liquids.
Grey, Earl
This is
Grey
what's
with a
mad on
dash of milk, no sugar, no nothing. And it's fucking horrible when I started, but I'm used to it now.
Yep. Yeah. I
And
no
I'm
sugar, no
skinny.
milk in any of my hot drinks, and people are like, "Oh, how'd you drink that?" I'm like, it was tough, but now
Yeah.
if I can taste if anybody puts like half a teaspoon or just a little bit of sugar, I'm like, you put sugar in that, and yeah, sorry, I just did it by autopilot. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't want to drink anymore, you know what I mean? Unless my
Well-
sugars are low and I need to live, you know what I mean?
because we don't know brands here yet. Well, we do now, but when we first got here, Laura accidentally, she was trying to buy like almond milk or something, but she bought soy milk, and I put it in the coffee. It was so sweet. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And she was like, "It's just soy milk. I got soy milk instead of almond milk." And I'm like, "No, this is not soy milk. This is sugar. It tasted like a fucking vanilla milkshake."
Make sure, yeah. I'll be honest with you, that soya vanilla milk stuff though, it is dangerously flipping addictive. I had a problem
It's
with that.
nice. I love it.
Yeah, when I first changed my diet, I was just, if it said vegan on the packet, I'm buying it. And then I realized that this is more processed crap than the stuff, you know what I mean? Like at least with processed chicken nuggets, like at least it's the carcass of a chicken. Like, you know what I mean? It's not the best bit. It's
Yeah.
I don't
processed
even
chicken.
think so, man.
But like, and then you get the vegan ones. I'm like, what is that in there? Like, why does it
Yeah.
smell like pet food for starters? When you open it, like, why do you get a waft of pet food whenever you smell any
Yeah.
vegan meat? It's like, nah.
I
leave
tried
that stuff alone.
vegan food for quite a while until I watched this documentary about how many animals get killed. And it's unreal amount of animals get killed to make vegan food.
Yeah, man. That's
Like,
not good for the environment either, at all.
No, it's most vegan food is made in the Amazon rainforest, and it's like, so they have to then fly it over. What was it? It was some vegan thing that was in Tesco's. They had to fly it from there, fly it to Spain, fly it to France, fly it to the UK, then it's
Yeah,
packaged.
it's like
Then-
an avocado.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
to get the
avocados,
label
yeah.
done, they had to fly it back to France to get back.
I
And you're
remember
like,
when that happened because in the vegan community there was uproar, and now like certain vegans are like, avocados don't count as vegan. I'm like, you guys just need to decide what the hell you guys are on about, right? And just stop it. Like you're starting to fight with each other now. Like you know what I mean? You can't even
But
find unification.
When I was
Yeah.
22 to 23, I was a vegan.
Yeah.
I followed a vegan diet, but I was doing professional triathlons at the time. And dude, my endurance just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until I was doing like a mini triathlon, and I was struggling on the 5K run. And this old lady ran past me and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Come on, boy, you can do it." And I was like, she was like 65 and she was outpacing me. And I was like, what the fuck's going wrong here? And
you know what?
So I had a professional trainer because we were like a triathlon club. Devin, it's actually his birthday yesterday. And Devin was like, he's Hindu or something, so he doesn't eat cows or whatever. And he was like, fuck that, bro. He couldn't win a race without meat. And like his religion is not to eat meat. I don't know if it's Hindu or something. Anyway,
Yeah, Hindus,
So
you're not allowed to do cows.
Cows, yeah, sacred.
Islam
Just
is pig.
well, whatever it was one of those like very strict religions or
Rastas
whatever.
pig as
And he
well,
was like,
yeah.
"Come with me, bro. Let me show you how to win a race." And he fucking sat down to like a 21 ounce and just smashed it. And I was like, "Bro, you can't eat that." And he was like, "I have to eat that."
To win. Yeah.
It's like he spoke to his priest and everything. He was like, "Listen, I'm in a competitive sport. This is going to give me an advantage." Blah blah blah. And they're like, no, they gave him
Got
sanction
permission.
to allow him to eat meat as long as he's like running for Jesus or whatever. Fucking like
I feel like when people approach me and like, oh, I want to lose some weight, I want to start eating healthy. You're a vegan. Talk to me. I feel like the misconception about it being healthy is due to when people actually start, going plant-based, they don't just change the diet. Like when I did it, I started going to the gym. You know what I mean? I started stretching on a regular basis. I started my whole lifestyle changed towards vitality rather than just changing what I'm eating. Because I used to
going to
live
say
on
you're the
sweets.
first skinny vegan I've ever met.
How do you mean?
You're the first skinny vegan I've ever met.
Yeah.
I've
That's
never
quite
met
funny because
any.
the stereotype is those, like the stereotype of one is just like
Malnourished.
bony and
Yeah.
frail and
Yeah.
I agree. All the vegan girls I know are all fucking overweight because they're
It's because
like
that crap. Because
they're eating Jaffa cakes by the box. They're like,
yeah, like I'm like, I don't.
harming animals, but I'm like, it's harming you. You're an animal.
Do you know what kills me about them as well? What I always put this to them when I see them like doing their standing in the street with a laptop and shouting at people, meat is murder. I'm like, if you want to be nice to all living things, don't you think you should start being nice to humans first?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, we're all animals, right? Like, so like you're kind of contradicting yourself here by like being a dick to other humans.
Would you say you're one of the standout vegans, Ryan?
No.
Or would you say a lot of the...
I pointed this out to you earlier on in it when you was just like, oh, all vegans have to tell you they're vegan. I'm like, bruv, if you look into, and I point, what was it Lewis Hamilton? And he was like, Lewis Hamilton's not vegan. I'm like, okay, Google search. Yes, lots of them are.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like, okay, look,
Yeah,
so
I had the same reaction. I had to Google it, and I was like, fuck, it has been 7 years.
It's a allowed minority of vegos.
And they all live in Brighton.
That set the trend. I mean, there's everywhere. Like, but like, it's a big thing. There is lots of people in it, but it's like it's my diet. Like, why do I need to announce my diet upon arrival?
I was a bit drunk on Saturday night, and I had a bit of beef with this vegan because I couldn't.
You had beef with the vegan.
I bet he enjoyed it. I'll put money on it.
But she was preaching everything to me, and then she was like, "But I can eat pepperoni." And
Do you know what kills me?
I couldn't let go of it the whole night. I was like, "You're not a vegan, then."
What kills me is the alcohol.
It makes me a vegan because I only eat animals that are vegan.
Right?
Yeah.
It's alcohol. Like they'll be righteous, like no, I won't use the cosmetics, I won't wear leather, But when it comes to going on a session, they don't give a crap what's in the alcohol they're drinking. I've met so many of them, and they're like, oh, it's like we don't really count. We don't really count alcohol. I'm like, why not? Like,
you count everything.
Proteins for vegan.
Yeah,
everything.
man.
The thing is, everything capitalist hurts animals in some way, right? And you'll find that most of them are the ones with the most expensive iPhone. They're on a Mac. They're buying all these clothes that are expensive, and you're like, what?
Do you know that car that you're driving? You know that car that you're driving? You know how like petrol's made out of like fossil fuels, right? And they're just like dead animals.
You're killing dinosaurs, mate. You fucking
You're taking advantage.
Dinosaurs.
You know what I mean? Like you can't even leave them to rest in peace. What's wrong with you?
Oh, no.
That's why I had to come off Twitter because, like, back in the day, it was anything cultural appropriation, I would get tagged in, and anything like a friend of mine just loves to see me rant at people, just like you do, Jake. You know what I mean? I'm quite an entertaining ranter, apparently.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I like feeding the fuel and just like letting it go.
I don't understand cultural appropriation.
People be like, "Oh, what's the best alternative for bacon?" And I'll pop up like, "There isn't one, bro. Just eat bacon." And like, if you're not vegan, get out of here. You're supposed to be helping people. Like, trust me, I'm helping him by telling him to have a fake bacon. You are not helping this brother at all. Let me tell you.
I remember one of my exes tried to for some reason I always end up with a vegan, and she tried to put vegan bacon and vegan meat in it, and straight away, like she's like, "You'll never know. You'll never know." Oh my god! Straight away, she wouldn't tell me, and I'd be like, "Nah, I'm not having that."
Right. Okay. So. If I am going to talk about like a meat alternative, seitan. Seitan can be done if you get good seitan and it's seasoned well. Because most of the seasoning you put on your meat is herbs and spices and stuff, which is plants anyway, right? So
is that spelled like the devil, as in Satan?
No, S-E-I-T-A-N.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no,
S-E-I-T-A-N. It's like Satan. Satan's good.
But it's the only thing that can get you anywhere near the consistency of meat. It's quite high in protein, but I don't know too much about it because it's a fake meat and I only eat them when I want to be lazy. But yeah, that's the closest thing. If anybody's like seitan burger or seitan anything, like, yo, okay, that I'm not instantly put off because they can be done well. But the rest of it, just eat a broccoli, mate. Like, just done it, yeah. Just,
oh man, I could murder broccoli. My children love broccoli.
I fucking love broccoli, bro.
The long stem broccoli in some garlic.
Don't, mate. Don't. Now my mouth's dribbling. Oh, what are you doing?
So one of my back in South Africa, one of my tenants was still is. She was a vegan, but like her boyfriend wasn't a vegan. So we would make a barbecue, and she would cook her Walker's patties next to our stuff. She wasn't like all that worried about it.
Cross-contamination and stuff. Yeah.
But dude, we'd barbecue at my place, and she would take every fucking sauce that I had, mustard, fucking mayo, ketchup, barbecue sauce, chili sauce, and she would pour it onto this shit and then eat it and go, it tastes exactly like meat. I'm like, how the fuck would you know? Just fucking dollars worth of condiments to make a $2 fucking steak taste like condiments.
I mean, that picture I posted the other day. So I went out the other day and
I even moaned at her. I'm like, fuck, you don't have to use all the fucking sauce. She was like, I'll eat it all, I swear.
No, I went on a session the other night.
Using a spoon just to finish the sauce, so she's got some flavor.
Like a child, just spooning the tomato ketchup. Like, what are you doing? But nah, there's a local chippy that every time I go out drinking, I have to end it. Everyone's getting the pizzas and the kebabs, and I'm just like, I want the roast potatoes or wedges as they say.
Ow. Okay.
Well, that scared the crap out of everyone.
Yo, that's some paranormal activity stuff going off there, bro. Are you okay?
It's the vegan god swearing at me.
It's vegan wood, mate. Is that great?
Vegan wood.
But yeah, no, like I have these potato wedges or whatever, and first time I tried them, like these are banging. Every time I'm out, I'm eating them. And then somebody told me, like, you know, they're not really vegan because they're cooked in the same oil that they cook the chicken in. I'm like, I'm not stupid. It's a flipping takeaway, but I don't give a crap. They taste flipping banging, right? Not bothered. But then I get abuse from vegans and non-vegans alike, telling me, "Oh, you can't do that. You're not a real vegan." Like, I just don't eat meat and dairy.
Same, Branny.
That's it.
I think everyone got scared.
Shit is all up, bro.
Yeah,
Shit is all up, man. Yeah.
But it's been a pleasure having you on the show with us, Ryan. Thank you for joining. But if you've got a question for the actual guests,
I was like, when did we last talk about vape?
it's always going to Ryan.
I forgot why we were here.
As Jake says every single episode, we don't just talk about vape here, all right? We just
it's true.
people
That is
in
true.
vape.
True.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think it's quite nice to do that.
Yeah, man. That's what this was about. It was supposed to just be like, you know, you just have a drink with your mates and just shoot the shit like you would at a pub.
I have got a few guests on that aren't even vapors that don't do anything in the industry, but we tend to know more people that are vapors, and vapors have hobbies other than vaping. So you know,
that's a good question because that's one of the ones I have down outside of the vape things. Do you guys have any hobbies and passions? Like, obviously, you're very much into your, I want to say DIY, construction, carpentry, building. But outside of anything that you do as a job, what is that?
Jiu-jitsu?
Okay, cool.
Oh, I don't know which one that is. Yeah, I was going to say, as I started doing that, I was like...
The stereotype of jiu-jitsu is the one where if you get into a fight, they sit on the ground and then just wait for you to come to them. But listen, I know some people that do jiu-jitsu, right? And once they get hold of you, you're finished, bro. Like, just don't let them touch you because they will twist you in ways you didn't know was possible. I will tell you that.
We call it involuntary yoga.
You see, I reckon I could beat someone that does jiu-jitsu because I'm not flexible. You won't be able to move me. Like, my joints just don't go after a certain point.
They will make you pass out in about 30 seconds. If you're not flexible, then they'll put you in a lock and you won't be able to breathe. And
everything will just snap on me as you try stretching.
Yeah, man.
I'll just be like,
Jake, I promise if you last 15 minutes with me, you'll be two inches taller.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I hang out with you, I get an extra 2 inches. I like it.
I remember watching this video because of the stereotype and UFC taking off and lots of them like having to specialize in jiu-jitsu and whatnot. And everyone's saying, "Oh, it's not a real combat sport. You can't use it to actually defend yourself in like a home invasion." Yeah. Somebody
Jiu-jitsu's the number one self-defense.
One of these things where like, they put on a fake home invasion where somebody like you just sat on your sofa and then say somebody charges into your house. What you do, and the attackers just get demolished around the place, mate. And like, can we just put this to bed now? Because obviously it's not striking, and people assume to be good at combat you need to strike. Like if you're not striking, but that's
okay.
So this is wrong. So wrong.
In a street fight. 90% of the time you end up on the floor because you're grabbing and holding each other and somebody trips and you end up on the floor. What do you do then?
Unless you get two boxers.
Wait. Stand up. Okay, let's go back to
yeah.
Nah.
Now, unless you get
start
two
fucking on the
trained
floor, bro.
boxers,
Yeah.
that's it. In a combat situation or in a heated situation, the only times I really get scared is when somebody gets low and takes a low stance. I'm like, nah, he knows some shit.
He knows what he's doing.
Or they start stretching their legs. I'm like, yo, if he can do shit with his legs, I'm out of here. Like, I don't want to get kicked in the face. I don't mind getting punched in the head and knocked out, but if somebody kicks you in the head, you're emotionally never coming back from that in my eyes.
So-
I don't care.
So my background is my dad was a provincial boxer, so a Golden Glove boxer, and he was
nice.
a southpaw, left hand. So
Yeah,
my brother and I got into boxing long time, and
Disposable. Sorry, just pointing out he's on a disposable.
I got to use it. I bought it last night on a night out, right? Or the other night on a night out.
Yeah, don't
as they
waste
intended
it.
it to be used, right? And I was drunk, right?
And so my
for it.
dad trained us in boxing, and then as different martial arts became the cool thing to do, I transitioned into other martial arts, just trying to find something that was more challenging. You know, even though I had a good striking background, I wasn't really challenged. Funny story. A mate of mine did kickboxing for like 3 years, and he was talking about kickboxing and how it's like blah 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 blah. So I was like, hey, fucking, I'll give it a try. It sounds fun, you know. Learn some leg work, you know, along the way. And I went to 3 classes and then I was kicked out because the guy who was the coach, the trainer, the fucking sensei, whatever they want to call him, he was a national champion, and his son was like 15 years old. I was like 19. His son was a national champion for his age group.
I know what's going to happen.
And his son was like a little lankier than me, but the same height. And we were sparring, and his son kicked me in the head. And I went, hey, buddy, like, I'm new. I don't even have the little gown on and shit. Like, I'm just in board shorts and a T-shirt. Like just, you know, give me a break, you know? So he's like, da, 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 da. And he kicks me in the head again. So I'm like, whoa. Like, we've got pads on and shit. It didn't hurt, but I'm just like, hold on. Like, I'm fucking, this is my
Where's the
third
respect?
day. Just relax,
You know what I
you
mean?
know?
Yeah.
Ha, 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 ha. So now, apparently, I was being quite loud I was vocalizing. Everyone else in the gym had stopped, but I didn't realize because I was like focusing on this guy. And everyone else had stopped and they were watching us. And I was like, the second time he kicked me, I was like, listen, if you kick me like that again, I'm going to take these gloves off and I'm going to fucking teach you a lesson. So we carry on sparring like that, and his dad gave a signal saying, like, do it again. Kicked me in the head. I bit the glove off. I fucking pummeled this kid, bust his face, and he went to the ground. Then his dad got involved, and he's like, fucking, you want a street fight? You want a street fight? Come outside. And I'm like, bro, now I'm fucking pissed. So I'm like, let's go. And I walked out of the gym to separate him from all the other guys because there's like, you know, they're all wearing little belts and stuff. So I went, and as I walked out the door, I turned around and I stood like this. He walked outside and literally fucking went like this and went, Kia! And I just fucking smashed him. Bang! Bust his shit up. So he falls down on the ground. So I take 2 steps backwards, and I just see these 5 other guys. You know when guys get excited? Like,
Yeah, they bounce, don't they? They bounce.
They're like little bouncing. And there was 5 of them. And I went, one at a time, let's go. And then they bounced, and I kept walking backwards, waiting for one to take like the lead. And then they just picked up their coach, and then you better leave, or we'll do something bad. I'm like, I just smashed the guy you're learning from.
Yeah.
You really think I'm fucking scared of you? So yeah, that was my kickboxing career fucking ended. But, yeah,
That's brought back memories. Everyone in tracksuits just jumping up and down. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
It's like the classic British.
you can see it
guy.
in every bar fight. The guy who's jumping, his legs are straight, not bent knees.
yeah.
He doesn't know what he's doing, man.
Yeah, man, I love that. When people like get into a fight and they start holding their hands like, "Oh, come on, then," and they're hopping around. I'm like,
Yeah,
"That's
waiting
a
for
really
someone
good.
to hold it back.
That's a really, really good defensive stance you've got there, mate. Wide open. You really know your shit."
No, he's got his arms out like a crucifix so that he's waiting for someone to grab his arms to pull him back.
Yeah, fucking cheese.
He was like, somebody hold me back, hold me back, hold me back.
Love, man.
Yeah. No, jiu-jitsu. I learned very quickly of my capabilities. I've always been like a street brawler and shit like that. I love a good box up, and like some of my best friends ever. My best friend in England, Brennan. He's South African, but he lives in England now. Him and I met, so we used to frequent the same pub together, a pool bar. But he was working in England when I started going to that pub. So I became the fucking guy at the pub, you know, the noisy fucking joke telling. And then one day he came back from England and he walked in, and all of a sudden the whole pub's attention turned around to Brandon. And I was like, what the fuck's this? Like, I'm the fucking guy here, you know, like, and everyone's like paying attention. Hey, Brandon, how you doing? What's happening? So like him and I just clocked each other, like, this is going to end well. So I was leaning against the bar like this, like an hour later, and he came like the gap next to me, and he ordered a beer or whatever. And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and he was like, "Want to go outside and sort this out?" I said, "Fuck yeah, let's do it." Went outside. That was the first 2 words we ever said to each other. Went outside, smashed the living shit out of each other for like half an hour. I broke his pinky, and we were lying on the tarmac in the parking lot, like half on top of each other, like half effort slap punching each other because we were so knackered. And then he was like, "Fuck, I need a beer." And I was like, "I'm buying it."
Yeah,
and
best bros afterwards,
picked
isn't
each
it?
other up, and we went back in the bar, bloody as fuck. I mean, his dad, funny thing is, his dad was also a provincial boxer and used to fight with my dad.
Oh,
We
wow.
found out.
Nice.
We walk back inside, all bloodied up, smash a few more beers. He drops me off at home and says, "I'm picking you up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So I went, "Okay, where are we going?" And he was like, "To kill a fairy. Oh, to get a fairy." So I'm like, "Okay." Dude, it's so funny when he's around and I tell this. So I get in, he gets to my house at 5 o'clock in the morning in a little panel van. I don't know what's in the van. But I fought this guy. I met him last night. We smashed each other. The next morning, he picks me up at my house with a panel van. So I get in the van, fucking have a cigarette, driving. Hour later, I'm like, "So where are we going?" He's like, "To get a ferry." So I'm like, "Okay, no problem." 2 hours later, I'm like, "Okay, really now, where are we going?" He's like, "To get a ferry." So I'm like, "To get a ferry? Motherfucking whatever, bro." 5 hours later, we get to this town called Tugela Ferry. He was delivering frozen pies. That was his job.
Ah, right.
And he brought you along.
Tugela's a river in South Africa. It's a big river. And the town was called Ferry, like Ferry.
Yeah.
The ferry point, the crossing point. So the town was called Tugela Ferry. And the whole time I thought, when we got there, I went, "Oh, Tugela Ferry." And he was like, "Yeah, that's what I've been saying." I was like, "I thought you said you were going to get a ferry." And
Yeah,
he was
that's what
like,
I thought you said.
"What the fuck does that mean?" He was like, "You've been sitting in a car with me for 5 hours. You don't know me, and you're okay to go get a ferry." I'm like, "Bro."
I'd be like getting out. I'd be like,
I was like,
I'm
yeah,
alright.
this guy's definitely come to kidnap me and leave me in the middle of nowhere, like
Yeah.
after a fight. Yeah, man.
We had fought the night before, so I know that I could take it.
There's nothing. I'm in the vaping. Going back to all of the bitch in the vape industry. Even more recently, like, "Oh, I hate this guy. He's crossed this and that." Like I know a sanctioned referee. I can get hold of a proper boxing ring. I can get hold of all the equipment. Have a punch up. It will be good for both of your businesses as well, because you can like promote it and it'd be cool like that. But everyone just wants to come with excuses.
Yeah,
"Oh,
like
I can't because of this."
MTV Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah, man. I reckon like a Vapors boxing league. There was not long before lockdown. There was talks of it, and even a Facebook group set up. I was like, sick. And at that point, I had never boxed properly in my life. I've done a little bit since, but I would love that. Like just anybody in the industry get together. It's promo for the things, especially now when boxing's so high profile. Thanks to personalities.
I want to cut you off there quickly because Chris, I've messaged you a couple of times. Just checking you're all right, mate.
No, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just like,
Are
yeah.
you
When we're
busy?
talking about hobbies and stuff, my hobby is work.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
I was
I saw when you looked off screen. I was like, yeah, he's working stuff. I just saw it in his face. To be honest with you, that's what I assumed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
all
was
the
just
time,
checking.
non-stop.
Yeah, no, I was just
I'm
checking
trying
because I
to
know you
sort.
said I know you said you needed to jump off like fairly early, so I thought I'd.
Well, we've rescheduled the podcast. So
Oh, okay,
yeah, we've had a
I
bit of
appreciate that
a
greatly as well.
we've
Yeah,
had a
man,
bit of a
massively.
crazy friend that we've got to deal with later. So we've all gone. No, okay, we'll do it later. He's been on the session since Friday, so we've got to go deal with him.
I had one of those on Saturday night, and we are no longer friends because
Yeah, well,
of
Oh.
how
he's
she
in my
treated me.
house. I'm
Ooh.
here, and he's in my house. Off his
Oh,
nut
wow.
eating pizza.
Do you need to go?
No,
Yeah.
I can't be dealing with that shit right now.
Yeah, I get that,
Hey,
bro.
everyone,
I get that.
everyone,
Yeah, I
everyone else is. Yeah, here we go. Oh, he wants to check if I'm okay. Yeah.
You were quiet, and no offense, you just weren't joining in. But
Yeah,
obviously
no,
you were
no.
working,
I'm
and
trying
then
to
the
do
camera
3D
went off.
files.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
no,
then
that's cool.
I'm looking at South Africa VapeCon.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
cool.
Yeah, trying to book a few shows coming up, and I've got Germany coming up, and I'll just sort out Paris today. So it's
What
it's all
is
a bit
the
intense.
biggest vape event on the planet? Because I mean,
Stuttgart.
I've never been outside of the
Stuttgart.
UK in my life. I'm ignorant to it. So
Stuttgart, amazing. So, just before COVID, was 93,000 people turned up.
Bugs.
I mean, it was massive. Who did we do it with? I had a stand and I had some guests on. So I had Bogan and Sad Boy, and it was amazing. Like I think we spent about $4,000 on alcohol, and instead of selling stuff, we just got everybody off their nuts. But
You love a
Stuttgart
drink,
is the-
then.
Oh yeah. I think like yesterday I did like a litre of gin. Like, yeah.
Jeez, man. That's
That's not good for me. But yeah, Stuttgart is by far the best. Birmingham and Stuttgart are the only two I think you should ever go to as a brand.
You see, this is what I was wondering because obviously I've never been out of the UK. And Vapor X from Birmingham was always like, "Oh, it's the biggest thing. It's the biggest vapor event." I'm like,
October.
"It's good. It's
Don't
good."
go to the May or June one.
I've worked both on multiple occasions and before, and the May one is always a bit quiet. October is like said to be the bigger one or whatnot.
Pre-COVID, mate, it was huge.
Yeah.
It was
I went
huge.
to a few then.
And then they stopped giving free stuff away. Like it became illegal to give free stuff away, and everything changed. People stopped coming.
Is it still illegal to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Really?
you need to have a tax stamp for everything.
Yeah, so now if you give something away, you've got to pay tax for it.
I did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. So I remember going to Vape Jam. God, what was it? 2016, 17 maybe. And I came home with about 2 years worth of liquid. I mean, it was unreal the amount of free stuff, but everything was still in a glass bottle. Shit, how long ago was that? Yeah, 2016.
Yeah.
And Vape Jam was the tits. That was amazing. And then that
Was Vape Jam? Is Vape Jam Manchester, or is that the outside one?
no, that's London.
Ah.
But it doesn't exist anymore. The one in Manchester was quite fun. I won an award there, but I couldn't get on stage. I was absolutely battered.
What was the Manchester one? I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know. I've got an award here with it on. Let me check.
There's a London vape show as
vape-
well. They took over Vape Jam. Same location.
Let's have a look.
Vaporco, Vapor.
Birmingham in May.
It's called Vapor's Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, People's Choice Award. Yeah, suck it.
Yeah, they're the
Did
ones
you-
that count, man.
Did you go to the after party with the host of that night?
No, I had my own party.
Oh, okay. Because Emil put some money behind the bar, and couple of hours gone. Like everyone was like they were gone.
We rented a strip club and it was free alcohol.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
The funny thing is, a lot of us do work in strip clubs because we usually have people that work for us. So we're like, go away, do your thing. But you'll find every owner is sitting in one little table. We're not even noticing anybody else. We are literally just talking. And like girls come up and it's like, I'm busy. Like, it's really weird. Like, it always happens at every show.
See, strip clubs are all right. It's just to go and jam in. Like, I've been in strip clubs and just jammed and had a drink with people and whatnot. I've been and had the dances and whatever. But every time I've had a dance and gone to the private room afterwards, I'm like, why did I waste my money? Like, but just going in there as just a venue just to have a drink, other than the extortionate prices of the drinks usually. It's just a good environment to be in. Like, who doesn't like to see a bit of titties just knocking around? Like, just while you're just shooting this shit with your bros. Like,
Just knocking around.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But most people, it's like, nah, if you're going to go, you have to go and have a dance in this slot and get monk. I've burnt so much flipping money. And other people I know that I've been with have burnt so much money in those places before. It's just never a good time. But having like a little vape meet up with it sounds like a good place to do one. Chris, for 5 minutes at an expo and you have a party. Yeah. I remember the early ones with the e-cig shop.
Yes.
That was just it. And that will just get us battered. Like, just get us drunk from just like first day and then going out afterwards, end up in like prison with a bunch of teeny boppers and just partying around and then go back to it. And it's just a good weekend. But yeah, those days I'm taking it seriously this time.
You did say prism as in like the glass thing, didn't you? Not prison.
You know, prism.
Yeah, because mine usually end up in prison. That's
I was
why.
going to say something, yeah.
You need to get the gift of the gab to get out of trouble, mate. Yeah, get that silver tongue. Trust me, I've talked my way out of so many situations I shouldn't have been able to. Just put on that charm. Yeah, man.
So you all at this May, Birmingham?
Yeah. Chris, you've already said you got your booking, haven't you? You already.
Yeah. I've got a little stand for the wraps, and then I've got a big one for the liquids.
Good. I'll make sure to come and see you. Make sure.
And Brent, are you standing?
Yeah, I'm gonna get on with the fluid guys.
Nice.
Yeah, they'll definitely come and check you out.
Still need to sort all of that out with them.
Who are you going with this time?
But my sister and my brother will be back. They say in June, so I'm trying to get them to schedule their flights for the first days of June, because the show I need to leave here on the 9th. Yeah, so that they can bring me product from South Africa, because otherwise I have to pay fucking customs imports on my own shit. So they'll just bring it in the luggage. So
yeah,
nice. I think
Brett, who are you with?
I think I'm going to be with Fluid. I mean, I've mentioned it, and they were like, "Yeah, sure, there's space," but we haven't gone through the details of it yet. But
I don't know who Fluid is.
Team Pugs and Evans.
I almost believed you there.
No, I don't.
Oh, you're being serious? You've not heard of Fluid?
It's a really small, like the little juice brand thing that nobody's really heard about on the internet. I mean, they've broken the fucking internet. Yeah, they're doing extremely well, bro.
Man.
That's good.
Yeah, we had on the Saturday show on Saturday. We had Ash from Wick Liquor, and he announced to the boys on the show that they've been picked up by an Egypt company that does manufacturing.
Nice.
The biggest company in Egypt. So they're going to the Egypt show, and they'll be doing the Dubai show as well. All their liquids will be licensed and taxed for those countries. So
this touches back on what I said earlier on about the British brands, like known British brands actually being exposed to the rest of the world, rather than just producing it and outputting it for other people to claim it's theirs. It's good to see the British people out there. Colonialism at its finest.
There we go. Steampunk
There you go, Chris.
mentioned. It's Puffergy.
Yeah.
And I have no idea. That's the thing. I keep seeing all these brands, and I have no idea. And then they call me like, "Yo, Chris, how you doing? Do you remember when I met you?" I don't remember you, mate. I'm sorry, I have no fucking idea. And they're like, "Yeah, you were a bit smashed." I'm like, yeah.
Story of my life, that one, mate.
Right,
Story of my bloody life.
Big time.
I'm actually on Fluid myself right now.
I think the problem that I've got is that I built this brand, but I built a personality for the brand.
Yep.
And as it went on, it got more extreme, it got worse and worse, and I had to live up to these expectations. So like when you see me at shows, I'm a fucking mess. I mean, I shouldn't be allowed
That's not good for
out.
the head either, innit? Do you not?
No. And when I come back, I'm in slippers and I've got my chest gown on. I'm like a little old man. And like, yeah,
that's it. That's him right now.
Yeah.
I'm in
It's
slippers,
so
got my
different.
gown on, bro. Yeah, I mean, there's Dreads, and then there's Ryan Yates, and not too many people know Ryan Yates. Like Jake's only just getting exposed to him for real, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty deep guy, any mate. Pretty deep. Gets a bit carried
You
away.
you have interesting inner monologues that you've been voicing.
but I
So
do,
yeah,
mate.
yeah. But no, I'm
But,
genuinely looking forward to this May one, because the
Yeah,
October
man.
one was my first one that I'd ever gone to where I wasn't
The
VBS. So
October
you
show is generally a lot bigger than May.
Yeah.
yeah. But
But
the only reason I
with
was
the ban
more
of
apprehensive.
disposables, May might be a good show.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so.
Still a lot of
But yeah,
fun.
the nerves of October was because I wasn't VBS anymore, and it was always, I had John with me, and we were, a
It's
team.
hard.
Around.
It's hard to do expo when you're not working. I would find.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never done
It's-
it not working. I've always
Yeah.
been a
Yeah.
promo guy, run around, and I'm having a good time as a punter, but I'm repping somebody and I'm promoing and stuff.
And
well.
it's the sub-home zone as well.
So-
Usually I get a big stand and I've just gone, fuck that, I'm going to join in the sub-home zone. And the sub-home zone's got massive. Like, everyone's going, yeah, we want to go in there instead. Like,
Yeah.
get big speakers,
Yeah.
get everything. I think it's
I
going to
mean,
be
it
really
was
cool.
good to see because I heard, like, I hadn't been for a while, and I went to October first one for a while, and all I'd heard is disposable city. It's not as what it was, and I went, and I didn't think it was as bad as, like, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting, but it did annoy me that, like, the brands that I'm aware that people would want to see there, at least anyway, were just shoved in a corner.
Yeah.
And apparently it was a bigger corner than it was the time before, which is good. But I'm still like, no, like, this is the vape scene in the UK, but it's just packed into a corner. I don't
At
get
the
that.
moment,
But
yeah.
if it's getting bigger and
The thing
bigger,
is
then,
that it's not disposable fest by any mistake of their own.
Yeah.
There are hundreds more vape disposable vape companies than there are vape stores.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
their shit is so cheap they can just throw out tons of it for free,
Yeah.
which
And I think
damages
it's the
local stores.
it's the cost of these shows as well. So, like,
is pricey,
for me,
isn't it?
just to do like the Birmingham one, I could get all of my staff, fly us business class to Germany, get in a 5-star hotel, have the biggest thing there, and still have 10 grand left over.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's so expensive to do it in the UK.
See, I was never privy to the cost of.
Oh,
running
you
Expo
don't
before
even
it's the
wanna
E6
know.
Oh
shop.
man, you could put down for a house, mate.
There we go.
That scares me.
Yeah.
I think I did it with the E6 shop like twice at least,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly. And to think
Yeah,
the
6
amount of
meter
money
by
it must
6
have cost.
meters, like 35,000.
And one of them, we had quite a big space, and all we did is teach people how to make e-liquid and give them, like, come pick a flavor, we'll show you how to make it, and it's yours for free. Didn't take a till, didn't take any money or anything like that. It did raise the profile of the business. We saw a little bit of, extra custom for it, but
Yeah.
I don't think, like, whenever anybody says, "Oh, we're gonna go expo and make money," I'm like, from what I understand,
You
that's
don't.
not what expo's about. That's not
you
what
lose
it's about.
money at every expo. That,
It's- you've got-
yeah.
Your money comes afterwards. That's why
Yeah.
you've got to have the right promo guys.
It's an
and shit.
expo. It's for promoting your brand. You're right there
Yeah,
for.
man.
Yeah.
But at
Also,
the height
I
of vape,
don't know. Oh, go on. I was just going to say, I don't know if. Oh, did that not work?
no, you
Yeah, it
there
did.
you
Specs,
go.
There we
yeah,
go. So that's the floor pan. If anyone wants to check it out, because the home zone is bigger than the last one, and I hope it keeps getting bigger.
Good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
I'll be there with Aramaxi.
Well, I mean, with
they've asked
the
me, so it's good.
impending disposable ban in the UK, it's going to go back to 2018, 16, 17, 19, where it
Yeah.
was
Hoping
just
so,
fucking
bro.
hardcore hobbyists.
Yeah,
I am
yeah,
looking
yeah.
forward to meeting Joe. Well, I know of Nevins, but I've never met him in person. And Pugs, and yourself, Brent, and you now, Chris, as well. I'm
I'll
looking
be
forward to-
drunk. I won't
Oh,
remember you.
I've already told James and Eris Maxi guys, like, I'll go with you because last time I only went on a Sunday, but on the Saturday night I landed on a Saturday, got there on a Saturday, and I went clubbing and did all my.
Well, you missed everything because all the
Yeah.
shit happens on Thursday night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thursday
yeah.
night
We
is
all get
sick.
fucking wrecked on the Thursday night.
I
We have to do
don't
each other,
need-
And then Friday is
I-
the first day of the show, and we're all like, oh.
Yeah.
I can go clubbing by myself and have a very good time. Believe me, like, trust me, I make friends very easily. Me, I'm quite
But
approachable.
it's also if I'm even going to be there, because I remember when we did the last Germany one, we got so smashed every night. We didn't turn up till 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon, and we missed the whole day of shows. Didn't even notice. Like we weren't open whatsoever. We come walking in all looking like shit.
Yeah.
Like,
You have
yeah,
to you have to have your people that run the stand. So my excuse has always been I need people to run my stand because I'm social media and I've got to go around and do shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's connecting. I mean, I wouldn't have met Chris if I was just sitting behind my fucking stand selling shit. Well, I would have met him. But I wouldn't have started a friendship with him because we went and grabbed a few beers and yeah.
That's the industry standard. Yeah, I was already thinking about that with the wraps. I'm like, I'm gonna get some
I don't know if
Tex
you
wraps,
can
mate.
see that, Chris.
Some Tex ODB wraps.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's why I was asking about the pricing, mate.
100%.
Gotta get that shit sorted, man.
I mean, industry
Do you
standards.
still do the? Do you still do the? Can't think of the word. But like, you know, how you did the VVS ones and you were doing
collabs.
Yeah, collab. Yeah.
So I've just done 15 more with the new manufacturing line I've just doing. I've just hit 596 brands I've worked with.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice,
and it's marketing as well. So my name is always on every wrap, and I ended up getting a patent for wraps. And so the type of material I use, they're thinner and they're stronger, but they're not PVC. The thing I use is a no.
Don't give it away. Yeah, don't give it
away. But normal PVC, you can have up to 10 colors. I can have 60,000 on mine. Nice. And so you can literally have photos, everything on there. And we work with brands all the time, but every time somebody posts or anything, like if you go on Instagram, every fucking post has an ODB wrap in it. And I don't need to advertise or market because my name just is synonymous. I have people come into my shop just like, this was a few weeks ago. Oh, I need to buy some ODBs. So we got the ODB wraps out. They were like, no, just ODBs. So, it's like how they say vacuum is a Hoover. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, that's so nice to hear. But I love working with people. No, they just want a battery wrap, but they just thought a normal, like, every wrap was just called an ODB. I thought that was really sweet.
That's pretty cool.
But I work with anybody. I don't really care. And it's not about making money. It's like I had small brands and small little people. Like, I can't afford it. And I'm like, mate, I could do it for you. Get it on tick. You can pay in installments. I don't really care. Pay it when you got the money. Like,
I can't remember how much you charged us, but like you must have done it at cost and not like. Well, I don't know your cost, but
I do a lot. My collabs are at cost. So I've got a manufacturing amount that I have to do. So every time I make an order, I've got to order between a minimum of 180,000. So so like sometimes when I don't really need to reorder mine, I'll be like, oh, do you want to jump on, get like loads of people involved, stuff like that sometimes. But usually, like, I get a lot of in Indonesia. A lot of my distros want to get theirs done so they can give them out of orders. I'm going to make, like, I'm working with a few people in the UK and I'm going to give them freebies. And there's a few shops that really want them, so I'm going to give them some. I give a lot of free stuff out as well. But
do you do the design work, or is that something that you?
I do a lot of the design work, but back in 2019, I had a heart attack, and I had to take a massive major break off. I know it was 2020. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, when I had it, I'd take a major step back, and like I was trying to draw and design, and now it's between me and two other guys. I'm still sort of the essence, and I work with them, and I try to I want it this way, I want this done, everything, but I need to. Yeah, well, it got to a point where I've got a skateboard company, I've got a clothing company, I've got a wrap company, I'm doing all the design work on websites, I'm doing all of this stuff. I've got a good team, but they just pack stuff and do the orders. And it just got on top of me to the point that, like my ex-wife left me because I worked too much. My past relationship ended because I worked too much. And I had to try find some time for me. So I started having all these
that
mental
just
blocks.
Said that. Like I have to take on board your advice. Like I can't feel that like relate to a lot of what you say and then not take on board your advice. So hearing about your life, I'm just like,
Yeah,
He's right, isn't he? He's right.
if you don't get that balance,
Yeah.
success means you lose everything you love, and it's the hardest thing ever. And I pushed it too far, and my health changed and everything. So I've had to bring in a few guys to sort of help me out. The last drop that we did was about 15 designs, and I did 9 of them. So yeah, but I have to be involved with the designs. Everything is my way, how it's done. And I found a few guys that designed like me. So people didn't really notice a lot of difference in it.
If I was to approach you, could I send you a design? And then, I'm not a designer.
I ain't got time, not at the moment.
No.
I'd say after
not
April,
you personally, but I mean, like, if I was to approach ODB and be like, "Yo, want some wraps?"
Yeah. So we also do
send the design.
Yeah, so we got the ODB design service. So we do have that. You'll find that most of our prices revolve around the cost of $420. And
cool. I like it.
So generally, we can get stuff done, but we are chock-a-block up until about April. Yeah, but it depends what you want. If it's just tits, I can do tits in my sleep.
Nah, mate, I'll be honest with you. Like, I've seen enough tits on the website already. I don't need any. You don't need to do any new tits for me. I'm happy with the ones that are already there, bro.
The thing is as well is that we've got the triple X line, but we've got the quadruple X line coming as well.
Oh, that's hentai then, isn't it? Really? That's what that is.
I think I might be crossing some boundaries here.
Oh, jeez.
I need to see these.
Before they get banned, I want some. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
You can see everything, and I'm a bit like, I don't know.
Everything.
Yeah, that's it.
It could go. It could be very successful, or it could be a little bit harmful for the brand, depending on how graphic it is, I suppose.
Well, when we did the Triple X stuff recently, we had this age thing on there, and I've only taken it off for like a week. I need to update it, but you literally need to go on with all these like terms and conditions. I'm definitely over 18. This is an over 18 product. Like, I don't know.
See, the chick with the sword, man. The chick with the green hair and the sword, man.
I fucking hate that one. I hate it, mate.
Look,
I'm sick of seeing her. I'm sick of seeing
and swords is what I am about, bro.
No. Charlie, she looks like every girl that broke my heart. Every girl that broke my heart looks like Charlie, mate. Oh, I love it.
Charlie.
Can we get them up on the screen?
Shall we do that? Shall we do that? I can do that, yeah, man. Let's do that, bro. All right, share the screen. Share screen. Charlie. Let's have a look at Charlie. Oi. Charlie, my bae.
She looks like
your bae.
Every girl that has hurt me. I love her.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's a looker. I'll accept your cookies.
Do you have to like legally pixelate even though it's a cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not uwu though. Uwu.
But these are all based on people that have
wronged you.
I've scorned me.
Hashtag not bitter. You get me?
Like it's not their exact like faces and stuff like that, but like there's inspired by
elements.
Look at that!
Elements
multiple biddies. Look at all the biddies. Yeah.
And I think that one's showing everything as well. Whoops.
Sorry. No, it's not. No, it's not.
I've uploaded the one, but Lexi's my favourite at the moment as well. She's a new one coming in March.
Let's have a look at Lexi.
Yeah, look at her.
Lexi. I'm not really into the blondes. It's too obvious, you know what I mean? Everybody likes a blonde, so I like to be different in it. But to be fair, I
think I need to go now before my wife falls asleep.
This is cool as well. Get a bit of bit of juicy booty, mate. Yeah.
That's good Grand Theft Auto vibes, that one.
Yeah, we actually did, and we got AI to change all of the designs we've got into actual women, and it was so intense. And we did this this set that just made it all look like GTA. It was sick, man. But Will's favorite is Harley. I'm not sure about this one. This was a whole what's that film? She's got 3 titties on there.
Oh,
Oh,
Total Recall.
Mars. Yeah, Total Recall.
Total Recall.
That's it. Yeah. The
If it's
idea
biddies,
was
I know,
special.
bro.
Yeah,
straight to the film name.
But we are also not just these. I think we've got like 260 other designs.
Nah, it's just
Yeah,
tits.
of course.
It's just tits.
We all
So
know
many.
what ODV is about, man. You've been around. I had the ice creams. I like the ice creams. Hey, just the standard patterns. These are cool.
Yeah, well, a lot of people started asking for just like simpler
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
It was
I like that.
okay. Yeah.
I do like those, man.
Yeah, and it's weird because I've got loads designed and loads printed out, and they're all downstairs. And I haven't put up like 20 different designs. I just forget to put them up.
Hey, yes.
This is for
Yeah.
Chinese New Year. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind
man.
of a play because everybody's like, "You must get them made in China." No, I fucking don't.
no.
So yeah, it was more of a joke. A lot of these have like secret jokes about them and stories around them. But like,
Licensed Dragon Ball. Get a license for Dragon Ball, bro.
like if you find Lexi quickly and click on Lexi, wherever she is,
Let's go back to.
try find the normal Lexi.
Oh right, okay.
Use
Yeah,
the
yeah.
search bar on the top.
Yeah. LEXY.
Yeah. And find
This
the normal version. Yeah. So now go down, and read her story. If you go up a little bit.
Lex head 29 height.
So now I'm doing stories as well.
Jedi, man. Padawan. Alright, that's cool. I do like that, man. Yeah.
Right.
Born
So-
in the outer rim of a family of merchants, in awe of the great temple, spends her life learning the ways of the Force, defending the last great.
So I think
bastion
you
of
need
the
to do a
forest
cartoon
moon.
strip with all these characters now.
I am
Okay.
looking into it.
Comic
I am
book.
looking into it. Yeah.
Animators, mate, get some animating done. I'd be
Yeah.
on that. As an anime fan, I'd be
What
on
I'm
that.
also looking into is getting 3D resin models made of all these girls.
Hey,
Yeah, there's loads of stuff I'm doing. I've got new butt plugs coming in as well. They're going to be pink and glow in the dark.
so that's a genuine thing.
Yeah, we've sold like 5,000 of them so far.
Genuinely,
Yeah.
when I was telling Ryan, he was like, "What are you on about?" I was like,
I
"Save
thought,
it for
I
live."
thought it was a meme. I thought it was a joke. I'm not really into bot stuff, but you know.
No. We sold so many of them. It was unreal. Yeah,
You had the
people loved
website.
it.
You had the website as like buttplugs.com at one point.
It's analplugs.co.
There you go. Yeah. there you go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get that one up. No.
Yeah, or if you type in big titty goth chick, it goes to a website. Or I think it's willisacunt.com. My PA.
Seriously?
Nah, you haven't written. Nah.
I can't remember. I've got about 100 different websites that are all horrible, pointing at my website, and I've even got like goggle.co or something like that.
In case they misspell it, that's
Yeah,
genius,
yeah.
mate. That is fucking
Yeah.
genius.
And I do loads of this stuff. Like we're sorting out because we've got all these girls. We're going to go onto
This is
Pornhub and put them on there and have them just animated gifs, and then just have them linked straight to the website.
You're a fucking genius, bro. You
Yeah.
are a genius, rude boy. Yeah, I like this. Give me the samurais.
And
Swords.
Mia hasn't really done well, but she's based on this Asian chick I met. Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Give me some tig old biddies and some swords.
But
and
yeah,
beer.
randomly, like a lot of them go really well. But I'm tempted to start doing. If we do collabs, we're gonna have them on the site. But give like the brands, I don't know, maybe 6 months or something, and then go, okay, we've got these. Because usually I have. Say if you order like 5,000, I'll get like 7,000 printed in case there's any issues or any problems, so I can have them and send them out. But most of the
Paisley.
time we're fine, and I have them. Oh man, that was the first one I ever did.
Paisley. I love me a Paisley. That's that. Okay, right. So when I am ready to order mine, it's gonna be like a bandana with the Paisley pattern on it, like on the design. That's what I've just.
Yeah.
That's just inspired me. That's it. I've settled on it now.
Nice. Yeah, I really want to do a filigree one as well. I love the look of filigree.
Yeah, man. These are cool. These are cool.
Yeah, the swearing
Yes,
ones
sir.
did really well, mate. Really well. And also the one where it's like be my one night stand. That one's done really well.
Yeah, man. It's cool. We didn't even let you answer yours earlier on, Brent. Any products of yours that is particularly your favorite for any reason at all?
Probably fall back to the Skulk, the Addy stand. That's kind of what got me on the map with vaping Bogan. It was a bit of an accident because Bogan messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, dude, I really like what you're doing." So I was like, "Cool, thank you very much." And really, I mean, knew who he was, but I was like, "Yeah."
He's seen the stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah.
And
So the story goes along the lines of a mate of mine was going out to Australia, and he asked me for a lift to the airport. So I went to
Franny, send me photos.
close to me.
I'll send you the photos.
So he lives close to me. So I picked him up, and we were chatting, and he was like, "Oh, when I'm in Australia, I know you do the vape thing. Do you want me to bring you anything back?" And I was like, "Actually, if you could take something to the Australia for me, I would appreciate that." So he said, "Yeah, sure." So we stopped off at my house, and a rampant rage. I was just grabbing stuff, putting it in a box, and he would ship it to Sam because I didn't have international shipping back then.
Right.
And I picked up the Skulk Addy stand was actually from a gear knob that a friend of mine had a candle making company called Hells, Bells and Skulls, and he would make candles like Gothic candles, and he asked me if I could make him this mold. So I had the mold, and when I was pouring drip tips and shit, the leftover resin I would just pour into this mold, the silicone mold. And then one day I popped it out and it looked pretty cool, and I had a broken device, so I pulled out the 510 connector from it and I screwed it on top. Didn't have my branding on or anything, and that was sat on the desk. So I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff and I put it in the box for Sam, and I put that in, and then I was like, "Oh, that's a silly thing to send because I don't actually make it, but it was a one-off to me." And I took it out the box and I went to go do something, and my mate was like, "Hey, we're running late. Can we get going?" And he picked up the Addy stand and put it back in the box. I didn't even realize. So he gets to Australia. I've gotten Sam's address by then. He sends it off to Sam, and the next thing, Sam posted on Instagram saying, "I just got a parcel from Better Viking in South Africa. Check this shit out." And it's the Addy stand. And I'm like, "Oh shit, I don't even make that fucking thing." Like, it wasn't supposed, and that was, yeah.
You have to now. You have to now, innit? Yeah, man. That's destiny, if anything, mate.
Yeah,
these
and
are
then
cool.
and then everything else was just from like people saying, "Oh, but could you make this and could you make that?" So yeah, the Stormtrooper, the Darth Vader, and the I'm not clever with these things. Boba Fett is not really the real thing. Like, if I was going to hit with copyright infringement, Chucky's actually the closest thing to the real thing. But what I do is I go onto fan art and I collect the images from fan art and make the Addy stands.
Genius.
Yeah, it's parody law, isn't it?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, that's what I use.
So there's a few things that are slightly different about it, but it looks like a Stormtrooper. It kind of looks like Darth Vader, but it's not really.
So that's how the Abyss got away with the Stormtrooper edition. Because I was always like, you don't mess with Disney, bro. Why are you putting Stormtroopers on your flipping mod? But
yeah, parodies. Something has to be 16% different.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
I thought that was just like with images, because like obviously dealing with all the images and stuff for the website and whatever, you can't just go on Google and right click and copy. Like, you're gonna get in trouble, innit?
It's like when I did Mickey Mouse cutting the arms and the head off of Stitch. You've never seen that done by Disney, so it's very different, and it's parody.
Yo, I like these, man. Do you know what?
Also,
it's really annoying
Ryan,
me.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, go on. I was just going to say, I think you've lost.
Dick butt.
Huh?
Oh, the dick.
Do you know what a dick butt is?
Search it, Ryan, if it's on there.
Dick butt, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was going to say, I think Ryan, you've lost Franny to Chris.
That's cool, mate. So listen, Franny lost herself to me a long time ago.
Ryan, if you can, you just change the money from ZAR to pounds.
Where is there
just
like a
left below, just a little bit down there, so that people can see what the price is. So that was, I think somebody in Australia messaged me and said, "Can you make me a dick butt?" And I was like, "What is a dick butt?" And they sent me a picture of a badly drawn penis sitting with a smile on its face, and it's got a tail that's also a penis and balls. And
It does look kind of cool. I can't lie.
yeah, it was like the
Dude.
tiniest little mini cartoon strip that became a cult classic. And somehow I managed to find a 3D rendering of it, and we created dick butt Eddie stands.
Dude, I want so many of them, please, for my shops.
They look so cool. They are. Oh, geez, this is a problem.
Love.
Like, Jake has introduced me to people that do cool stuff in the industry. After I've decided I'm not going to be burning money on vape stuff anymore because I've got everything that I need.
Yeah, I apologize.
Like,
You're going to be buying
yeah,
everything.
and now I'm just like, I need this, I need this. After I'm just selling a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? I'm just going to just replace it all with things.
Yeah.
It's all this comforting stuff. I like
another-
it, so it's good to have it near me.
I've got another company. It's very timid, but yeah, we've because we do prototyping. So when somebody wants to make a physical product, we can prototype it in 3D, make it into resin, check out durability, and sometimes we get to do the manufacturing for that. So we make silicone molds for edibles and stuff like that. We've made dildos, butt plugs. We make skateboard wheels.
Chris is interested all of a sudden. Now you used a magic word there, innit?
Yeah. So like weird stuff. Like one of the companies that approached us, also another company from Australia, they were based in Australia but working in South Africa. So display units. So like where there's a tablet in a display and it's doing advertisements in a window.
Yeah.
They don't use the same size tablet. So their solid surround piece is one size, and then there's these rubber gaskets that holds the different size tablets in place. So we make those plastic things for them, you know. And
Can you make my dick?
yeah.
Hard.
What
Yeah.
an idea! So if I send you,
So
if I get a cast of it,
actually making a kit. So all the silicone is in 2 parts.
X1.
And then a tube, and then so the tube you put over yourself.
Yeah.
You mix the silicone, and you pour it over like that, and it sets in 15 minutes.
I've used one of them. The ones you can get
and
now.
make your own,
what you can do is
the
once
own toys,
you've got
yeah.
that silicone tube with your shape,
I
you get a powder form that you mix with water, and you can pour inside there, and then cast your own junk.
But can you do it so you can stick a disposable in the end? So people are vaping on my dick.
Yeah. Well,
Chris, you have the best ideas, bro.
Yeah,
I could do it from my workshop, but I'm not in my workshop. But
you could do it by
I'm
memory, mate,
working
if you
towards
remember.
putting a workshop here.
I love that.
All the weird shit that I do, I'm gonna be doing from Portugal in the near future. I just need to finish building my house.
Have you sorted all of that, getting it all over?
No, not yet.
Load. I like
Ryan,
this.
you
know
need
what,
to
Ryan?
search rakes on there. I think it's
Rakes?
rakes. Do you call them rakes, Brent?
The beard rake.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Yes, sirree. You're coming expo, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you bringing any rakes?
Well, I can have some sent over.
How are we spelling it?
I think,
I see.
dude, everyone has a beard over here. I think you do well with that.
I need it for my head. Like,
Oh, all right, yeah.
Scalp massager. You get me? My internet is terrible whilst I'm doing all of this, unfortunately. I'm stealing downstairs Wi-Fi to do all of this, so apologies for the slutting. Yeah, man.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
they've gone down a lot. I'm liking
And
that.
then anything we make, you can tell us what colors you want it in. So like for the drip tips and the acrylic windows, if you've got a fucking like a drag that's got 3 different colors in it, send us a picture of it. Purchase
That
a clear
picture
one and just
doesn't
leave a
do it
little comment
justice.
in the box, and then say I would like it in these colors, and then we'll make it in those colors.
Grey and green, bro. Grey and green. We'll get that sorted out.
Do you
Oh,
have one
yes.
on there with the coils in?
I like these. I
We've
like
got
these.
coils.
That one. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool as hell. That is, man. Oh, geez, this is some good shit. This is some good stuff. I bought, what was it? Newton's Cradle off of Matthew from Two Beeps. Like last
That's my
time.
fault as well. Yeah.
And I'm still like,
We do like suicide sleeves and other like mech caps, RDA caps, mech tubes. Not a lot. Like we did a big range of the Danny Mini stuff. Yes, there's those metal fucking things.
yeah, the abyss caps.
£10,000. I wasted
Did
£10,000 on those.
Jeez. And I bet they worked better than the ones that came with the abyss because they were a ball
Oh,
ache to
100%,
get on
yeah.
and off. Ball ache to get on and off, man. Jeez. Well, if anybody's got any abysses or wants one, I've got 3 here that I'm willing to sell. If anybody wants one, you can get one of these caps for it.
Mate, I can't even give these away. So we do like the full customizing kit for the Abyss. So it's the battery clips, the battery tube, the buttons, the tank window, a bottom plate to change it to customize it completely. And whenever anyone orders that customizing acrylic kit, I normally just tell the guys in the workshop, like, just throw in a fucking metal topper for it, because what's the point of me just sitting there?
You don't have hoodies in stock. He wants to buy a hoodie.
I was looking. Don't worry, man. Don't worry, man. I need to stop eating into my Australia money. That's the web for bearded Viking, and let me get the address for. Oh, as if anybody needs these web addresses, but I feel like it's the professional thing to do by sharing the link, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, those hoodies were a nightmare.
I love your pose though. Your original beard.
There's a whole bunch of different poses. Yeah.
Oh, is
And
there?
mine's
I don't have caps.
analplugs.co.
I still don't have caps because I've tried to do caps so many times and I just got the wrong fucking caps.
Dude, why don't you
That just
use
makes me
my guy?
smile.
What?
Do you want to just use my guy?
Yeah, probably. We'll talk.
Man.
Pristine, man.
Wow, that's 2 very, very good bits of interest, or 2 sites for me to go and spend some expendable money on when I in the future, or if not already. Can't wait for my coat to come. Thank you very much for.
Yeah, let me know if you're gonna purchase for yourself or something. I'll give you a discount code, man.
Man, I'll be in contact, man. My only concern really of not doing it now was just that delivery cost. I just need to make sure I'm not going to get like shafted. If it's going to be a lot, then I'll just order like a bunch of stuff rather than just one piece. But yeah, we'll definitely
do it at Expo. Do it Expo.
Yeah,
That's when you're back in it.
Like I said, I've got some stock here, and Laura was supposed to be working on that list. I'm trying to add it to the website, but I think the easiest way is if I do like a shareable Google document and then just post up prices. And today I did my first shipment from Portugal. It was like €6 to Italy. So I kind of know that it's going to be under €10 for shipping.
To be fair, like when it comes to shipping from overseas, I've always just got like, flipping ordering concentrates from America or something. I'm like, the delivery cost is like hundreds of dollars.
I don't from really South Africa as well. It's ridiculous. And I trust me, I have the cheapest shipping rates out of South Africa for any company, and it's still a couple hundred. I mean, it's probably $22. For a 500 gram box. I mean, you can fit a lot of shit in there, but it's still $22 when I'm selling shit for $6-7, and then you got to pay $22 for shipping. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to load up on.
Thankfully, like we've kept our prices from day one. I was discussing this in one of the South African groups for all the vendors, how people have like price fixing and shit like that, and I'm like, well, I've had the same price for the last 7 years. Like,
I'm not going to change.
I just sell more of it to keep my margin up,
I mean, I'm not even going to lie to you in terms of like Atty stands and stuff. Like
the Atty stands did go up. They went up just a little bit because of the resin is directly translated by the petrol price. So every time the petrol goes up, it's for the drip tips and the stuff. That doesn't matter because they're like 2-3 grams of resin. I can absorb that, but the Addy stand at 110, 120 grams of resin, so the Addy stand did go up just a little.
People in the UK that in person, their stuff doesn't look as good as your pictures do, and they charge 3-4 times that price for them. So yeah, man.
I've got
I
a
don't know
good
if,
team behind me, so I can do quantities. If you guys want to, you can for e-cig shop
Yeah, man.
set up a wholesale account. Then
Yeah, man.
get
Yeah,
them.
man,
I was
that's
gonna say,
from-
I don't know
Get
if
them
you
to buy some stuff
two.
for you.
I don't know if you two saw that comment from Franny, so I'm just pinning it again.
No.
Oh,
Just
bless
love listening
Franny.
to us.
I loved.
Franny is
I
a
don't have
gem.
my glasses on. You're
Oh,
gonna have
sorry.
to-
I love listening to you guys tonight, says Franny.
No.
Yeah, Franny's
is a
sending me
gem.
nudes, right?
Yeah, well, hey,
That's the
we're
one.
not. We're not all just about talk. We action as well, you know.
Yeah, but buddy. Nah, Franny's a good one. She's been with me from the start, and
You
I
haven't seen the
massively-
private chat yet, have you,
massively
Ryan?
appreciate it. What private chat? Oh, why?
Oh, on here. Between me and Chris. Yeah.
Right, no, don't.
Hey. Chris and,
We'll talk
Chris
about
and
that
I are
afterwards.
Eskimo brothers. We can sort that out.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We're fine.
Yeah,
We'll be
Yeah.
that's cool,
What you do is
that's
you
cool.
take that age divided by the amount of people and
Hey, I've gone older. It's fine. Fine, like a fine wine. Anyway.
yeah. If she's 16, fuck her twice. That's 32.
Oh,
Right,
okay,
and
well,
on that
note,
I think we should start wrapping up, ladies and gents. It's
I
been-
think so.
it has
Oh,
genuinely been a
it's
pleasure, lads.
Yeah, man, it's
That's
been
right,
really,
anytime.
really fun. Really fun.
Yeah.
Chris, absolute pleasure getting to make your acquaintance.
No, you're
Brent,
too.
again, pleasure. And I hope that we can jam, whether it be at Expo, one of these, or just however again in the future, man. Yeah, man. And Jake, yeah, thank you for introducing me to cool people, man. Like just letting me know that not everybody out here is a bit of a C-bomb.
Balance.
Like, it's good. Yeah, man.
That's it.
It is
But
good,
yeah,
man.
Brent, Chris, it's been a pleasure.
Nah,
any
anytime.
final words you want to throw out
No.
there?
No,
Beautiful.
no. Chris, best of luck with your situation at home, bro. Like,
Yeah, thank
honestly,
you, mate. I appreciate it.
I hope that goes smoothly. I genuinely do.
Yeah. Well, we'll
And,
see. It's either going to go well or I'll be in jail. So we'll see what happens.
Well,
Fucking Jesus. Yeah.
I'll keep it on the local headlines, man. Brent, thank
Yeah,
you
yeah.
very much, man.
Right.
Right.
See you
And
later,
everybody
guys.
watching, thank you very much for burning the hours with us. Pleasure. Thank you very much again. And we'll see you maybe next week. Depends on how organized we can be. Yeah. But
I think it's going to be the conspiracies next week. No guests.
yeah. All right. Yeah.
I haven't sorted any guests.
Right, yeah.
All right. See you later, guys.
Take it easy, everybody.
Pleasure.
Peace.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.